Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? It's Thursday afternoon, which means it's time for YGTV.
Indeed. Good now.
You've got me and Adam yet again. Sorry about that, but hopefully you will have a lovely time for the next 2 hours. So, Adam, I'm putting you on the spot. What's the most exciting thing on the show today?
What, plant-wise?
Yeah, well, obviously. Not me, clearly.
Well, I'm totally loving that rose next to you, that beautiful standard rose.
That's beauty, isn't it?
That is super gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like, first time I've ever seen a standard as Rose of the Week, which is nice. And also all that fruit as well, all that beautiful citrus fruit. With fruit on.
We've got amazing citrus coming up, lemon, lime or calamondin, and we guarantee they will arrive with fruit, so that's quite exciting too. Do you know what we're very pleased with here at YGTV is that we do a little bit of a mixture of absolutely everything, so there's definitely something for everybody. Good afternoon to Mauricia, Steve-O, Mahi and Lisette, who are all in the comments right now. If you're watching on YouTube, say hello, come on, talk to us, talk to each other. We'd love to know what's going on in your gardens, any problems you're having, any successes you're having. If you've got any questions, you're most welcome to ask them to us, either in the chat on YouTube or in the chat on Facebook, which Stu will be keeping a look on. Jules is busy in the garden. Hello to Holly and Neil as well, who've just popped in.
Want to see loads of pics of plants and pets. That's what we want.
Always. We like the furry...
We do. The furry plants.
Yeah, little furry plant helpers. That's always good as well. Hello to Tom on Facebook. Hello to you. If you do want to send us any pictures, it's ygtv@yougarden.com. That's the email address that you need to send those pictures to. I know that I've had a few. Ali G. Who else did I say? Mr. F. And Norma. Got messages from all of you. Oh, my word, I say that. I've just logged in. Peter, Tony, Vicky, you've all come in. Vicky's got a garden question. So pruning advice on a berberis. We'll have a little look at that, and we'll do some tips for you in a little while. We're here till 4 o'clock, and we'll hopefully get to those very, very soon. Now, let's tell you just a few of the bits of information because we've got lots to tell you. First off, there's a code that's just popped up on the screen. It is just down there. Look. YGTV 2926. That is this week's code, which you enter when you place your order on the website. What does that do, Adam?
That's going to give you free shipping primarily, which is what you really, really want, but also all the offers that we have. If it's a double up, if it's a buy one, get one free, you can take advantage of those offers. And we'll just point out to you, though, if you buy anything from in the potting shed, it is free shipping. If you go onto our website, however, you may end up paying a little bit of shipping, but there's another way you can negate that. And how can we do that, Bex?
Well, you can join our club, and that's where you get the lowest prices. So the lowest price that you can see on the screen there is the club price. So $16.99, for example, for that $16.99 delivered price for that rose standard. If you're not in the club, it'll be $19.99. So you do save 15% discount from your plants, your pots, your compost. You get £20 worth of vouchers to spend against future purchases, and you get a couple of free postage vouchers included in there as well. Well worth joining that club. The most cost-effective way of shopping with us on YouGarden is by being a club member and watching us here on YGTV. I think we've actually just covered everything quite succinctly there. That was quite good.
Done and dusted.
I don't think we've ever done it that quick before.
No, we can talk about all the nice stuff now,
can't we? Yeah,
let's
do it. Let's get on to plants. Let's talk about the beautiful rose patio standard, shall we? Because this we spotted on the nursery last week. Stu and I went out for a little wander on the nursery. We saw this and we were like, yes, please. So I had a little word with Ryan, who's brought it forward, and it's our rose of the week this week, which means you get an extra discount and a saving on this.
And it is elegant, isn't it?
Look how beautiful.
I mean, it is like a bouquet of roses.
It is.
On a stem.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the way back. So you've got these really lovely, rigid, upright stems and just a perfect cluster of just the right size roses on the top of each stem as well. And a bit like our Paul Scarlet we brought recently, it's another one that's got a really gorgeous, solid colour to it.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a red rose, there's no wishy-washiness about this. It's not pink, it's not purple, it's just a lovely, really rich, voluptuous red, super, super healthy foliage as well. And of course, with the fact that it's a standard, if you've got a really small space or even plant this in a pot, you can plant right up to the base because, you know, an ordinary rose obviously has got quite a large footprint. You have to sort of leave quite a lot of space around it if you want to plant other things. This could look fantastic, and it will really be small enough to go practically in any of our planters as well. Your Bexy's blue bowl do really well in there.
The blue and the red would look lovely together.
Yeah, that would look good. Olive planter, Somerville planter, the rainbow planter, because you know, it's not super, super tall. It's going to repeat flower for you.
Repeat flower?
It's going to repeat flower, yeah. So basically what that means is once the main flower head has gone, you can just trim that off down to an outward facing leaf. You'll get another sidewards bud come out, and that will give you more flowers a little later into the season, and it'll keep flowering right up until autumn.
And the thing is, over time, you know, it will bush out and you'll get this beautiful head of roses up at the top there. Completely winter hardy, dead easy to look after. Just do your deadheading, feeding, watering, sunny spot in the garden, and you will have an amazing plant for a long time. Roses can live for decades, can't they?
Year after year after year. And don't do any severe pruning on a standard rose. I mean, you know, some of these little sort of thinner bits at the base you could clip off if you want to. But basically, my suggestion would be just deadhead it at the end of the season, and then next late winter, early spring, just any little sort of wiry or weaselly stems in the middle, just trim them out, any that are ingrowing or crisscrossing, but you know, only just sort of clip it down a little bit, because what you want to do is just create that nice sort of ball shape. I don't know if there's any fragrance on this.
No, not massively.
No. But I mean, what it makes up for in vigour and Bexy's word, floriferousness and colour, you know, fragrance is, you know, it's not a big issue, is it?
Adam's absolutely right here. I had a standard rose, and I went a bit heavy-handed on one of them. I had the pack of 4. I went heavy-handed on one of the roses in the early year, and it just never recovered. So be just light pruning for your first year or so. Right, 780357, the item number. You have got a £5 saving on there, but remember, as a club member, you get a 15% discount. And remember, by entering that code YGTV2926, you're going to get free postage as well. So your delivered price as a club member is £16.99. You go to YouGarden.com to place your order. If you go to the Live Now button, wherever it might appear on your screen, whether you're watching on a tablet or a phone or whatever, scroll down. Now, if you are on a tablet or a phone, the pictures here, you're going to want to scroll left and right. It's on a carousel. If you're on a PC, you can just look at it as we are here. There is the Rose Patio Standard. You can go through and you can add to basket from there. So let's go through and view the basket. Now, it says £22.99 and £6.99 postage. So it's £29.98 at the moment. We would like to save a bit more money. So we're going to enter the code YGTV2926, apply the code. So we've just saved £9.99. We've taken some money off the price of the rose, and we've saved the £6.99 postage. But also, look, can you see there it says join our club and save £3? That's where the £16.99 comes from. So the club costs you £10 to join, but that's your annual fee, and you're instantly going to save £3 off there. So every time you place an order, you're saving money every single time. And this is why we want you to watch YGTV. Live, preferably, but if you can't watch live, you can watch this back anytime you like. The codes actually stay active for 2 or 3 weeks. So even if you're watching last week's shows, if those plants are available and you use last week's code, you can often still get savings that way as well.
It's a stunner, this, isn't it?
It's a beauty.
Just thought I'd tell it forward so you just see onto those beautiful, beautiful blooms. And it's going to do this 2 or 3 times in the season.
Yeah,
and
repeat
year
flowers.
after year after year.
Okay, let's move on. We've got a gorgeous Grow Your Own next. Now, this is Little Miss Figgy that we've got for you here. And Little Miss Figgy is a bit more compact.
It is, yeah. It's about 1.2 metres, isn't it? I think we're calling this one, or a bit taller than that.
A little bit taller. I think it can go between 1.2 and 1.8.
1.2, 1.8.
Which is still really small for a fig,
I mean, because some fig trees can get 3-4 metres tall.
Yeah.
And it will have proper edible figs on as well. Not full-size figs, but really lovely bite-sized, super sweet figs. But of course, what it means now is if you're going to grow Little Miss Figgy, you can grow it in a really, really small space. It could be 3 floors up just on a balcony, because you can grow this in a pot or a container. It likes a sunny spot. That's really, really important. Of course, you can plant it directly in the ground as well if you want to. The foliage on figs is divine. I mean, even, again, I'll tilt it forward so you can just look in, see how intricate the leaves
foliage.
are. Look at those. Aren't they
Fig
beautiful?
leaves are just iconic, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, look at the way those leaves are cut. And of course, you know, if you sort of look back in history, I mean, you know, fig leaves are on sort of architecture. You see them in literature and paintings, because they are very, very dramatic. And this is... Stu just made me laugh there. He just said it's Adam with a fig leaf over his middle. Like,
would you Adam and Eve it?
I know, boom. They're all rolling in thick and fast today. But I mean, even if you don't like figs, a lot of people grow fig trees just for the sheer ornamental value of the leaves.
To be honest, that's why I got my fig tree. I look, if I get some figs, I'll be very happy. Great. But I've actually got it because I think it's a really beautiful plant. Yeah,
I've got 2 or 3 different types of fig in my garden. Like you, Bex, I've just grow for the leaves themselves. They'll turn a really bright, buttery yellow in the autumn before they drop. And don't worry about how cold it gets during the winter. This fig is very, very hardy. Drought tolerant as well once established, and you'll get these figs, which are probably going to be about kind of horse chestnut size. That kind of size figs. Super, super sweet, really, really delicious. It's self-fertile as well, so you don't have to sort of worry about pollinators and all that kind of thing. If you ever want to prune it, you can prune it late winter, early spring, just trim it down a little bit. But basically, if you want figs, if you want foliage, if you want colour, plant it in a pot or in the ground in a beautiful sunny spot, and you've got a fig tree there that's never going to sort of romp away and become unruly and take up a huge, huge space.
Okay, £7 saving on that one. £15.29 is your delivered price. 340117, the item number. YouGarden.com to place your orders. Now, normally we would go in that direction to our favourites table, which is very exciting, by the way. We've got all individual plants, 9 centimetre pots, nothing over a tenner on there, and a beautiful mix. However, we're going to go the other way the first time today, which is a bit weird, but I quite like it. Why not? If you do want to get ahead of us, you absolutely can. They are all there and available for you. Afaxia, the lavender rosemary, not a lavender rosemary, just a rosemary. There's the salvia cherry lips, the buddleia sungold, and we've also got the viburnum opulus roseum, the snowball tree. All under £10 for club members. So if you want to go and get ahead of us, go on the website and have a look. But we are going to go over here because we are going to look at the absolutely phenomenal grapevines. And I'm such a fan of the grapevines. I really want these in my garden. I need to get the pergola built first, but I just think this is one of those fabulous climbing plants that's going to be attractive, useful to provide shade in summer, but also productive as well.
Definitely productive. They had, who's the guy who does the politician, does the railway journeys?
Oh, I don't know.
Michael Portillo.
Oh, him, yes. Yes.
Michael Portillo, the one who always wears the really bright trousers and jackets and things. Michael Portillo was doing one of his train journeys yesterday. I was watching him, in the evening, and he was visiting vineyards in the UK.
Oh, nice.
Like massive, huge, great big vineyards. And those vineyards, they do not do anything different to their grapes that you need to do in your garden. So basically, they just plant them outside in a field.
Yeah.
And that's it. They don't put them under a glass dome.
No.
They don't fleece them. They don't put big polytunnels over them. All you've got to do is find that sunny spot, plant those grapes in that sunny spot, dig in lots of lovely organic material into the ground before you plant them, and just let them grow. And what we say about each applies to both of these varieties. They are super, super hardy. They'll get through all the minus temperatures in the wintertime. You prune them midwinter, and do a bit of research on that. But it's quite satisfying pruning grapes because basically you pretty much skeletonise them, but very, very easy to do. In the spring, the flowers will develop. They're self-fertile as well, and they're seedless. Now, when I say seedless, the fruits will have little seeds inside, but the seeds never develop. They're sterile. They always stay really soft and sort of pulpy, so you don't even know the seeds are there. They're not going to have those crunchy seeds that get stuck between your teeth.
Yeah.
Height-wise, I'd sort of slightly ignore what's on the label. They say about 2 metres or so. I'd probably say more like 3 metres, something like that. What they do need is something to grip onto. And grapevines produce these very vigorous tendrils all the way up the stem. And as soon as those tendrils touch a surface, they will twist and twine themselves around that surface and grip. So some trellis work, some wires, something like that. Other people sometimes plant the grapevine root outside of a greenhouse, and then they grow the plant in through a glass pane. Obviously, you've got to cut a hole in it, and then have the plant inside the greenhouse just to get that extra warmth. But the bottom line is that with very simple amount of input, really, just the right position, you can and you will grow your own edible dessert grapes in the UK.
It's so true, and I've told this story multiple times over the last few weeks when we've been talking about the grapes. My mum and dad had a grapevine in their garden, and I'm going back to when I lived at home, and that's more than 30 years ago now. I'm nearly 50, so it was a long time ago. And they had this beautiful grapevine, and I remember seeing these. I wasn't into gardening then. I wish I had been. Seeing these bunches of grapes dangling down, and that was 30 years ago. We get warmer temperatures now than we did back then.
Do you know what, Bex, you just took the next words out of my mouth. I was going to say, I mean, you think, just in the last 5 years or so, the much warmer winters, definitely the much hotter, drier summers, we are going to see over the next 10, 15, 20 years a transition from what we've always been used to growing new things, like oleanders, for example, and grapevines. We're going to start to have more of a Mediterranean kind of looking gardens and sort of public gardens and open spaces. And grapevines, they love the heat. But also the good thing about them is a lot of the things we do promote sometimes that love heat aren't necessarily really, really super winter hardy. But these will take the extremes of winter and summer, which is tick, really.
Now, the price that you're looking at on the screen is for both of them. So you are going to get 2 of them. You will get the red grapevine and you will get the white grapevine. So it's £21.23 for both of those plants. That is £10.62, basically, for each of them,
and they're
which
big.
is a crazy price.
I mean, and these are really, these are like 1.7, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, no, 2 litre.
Oh, is it 2 litre?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 litre.
Yeah. I guess they're tall and narrow. But yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of garden centres charging you $29.99 per plant for plants this size. And this is really typical of what we're going to send out to you. So get them home, find that sunny position on a south or west facing wall or garage wall or house wall, anywhere like that. Dig in some of our premium professional compost into the soil, plant them, water them well, get them established, and within a couple of years or so, you will be getting your own crops of homegrown, beautifully sweet grapes.
340039 2123 the price. Please use the code, otherwise you are going to pay double that. We're saving £25 by entering that code. We're saving the postage cost by entering that code. And of course, by joining the club, you're saving the extra 15% as well. Happy birthday to Mauricia for tomorrow, who has put it in the chat. So I'm going to say it. Mauricia is 75 years young tomorrow.
Should we do a quick sing?
75 years young.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Mauricia.
Happy birthday to you. Whee!
Yes, happy birthday to you. And well done to everybody who's helping out Mahi Creations. Thank you very much for helping each other out. I love that. Let's move on, shall we? We're going into the honeyberry for you next. So a little bit more of a grow your own, and one where you can actually double up here. So double up for £5 more. It's less if you're in the club. Now, I would recommend doubling up with honeyberry. It is self-fertile, but actually they do better if you plant them in groups or pairs.
Belts and braces, Bex, it helps, doesn't it, sometimes?
It really does. Now, if you do want to double up, you put 2 in your basket and then enter the code. That's where you'll see the savings happen. So here we are, look, add 2 to basket and go through to your basket, view it. And then you can see that it's got the £6.99 postage. We're currently only saving £4 here. Let's enter the code YGTV2926, apply that code. And look, the postage is gone. The total saving is now £11.98 and another £3.90 if you would like to save more by joining the club. So there is how you get the best savings. Okay, honeyberry, you've got these in your garden.
I have, yeah, and it's a similar story to the grapevine because the honeyberry is also another one of those fruits that will actually survive really high temperatures in the summer and really low temperatures in the winter. So there's no fleecing, there's no protection. It really is a case of plant it, love it, leave it. We put one in our front garden about 2 or 3 years back now, and for the last couple of years, it has loads of these tiny but super sweet, delicious, packed with vitamins and minerals.
Really packed.
Yeah, purpley coloured fruit, a little bit akin to a blueberry, but easy to grow. Before these appear, they actually produce, because this is actually a member of the honeysuckle family, on stems without leaves, they actually produce these little honeysuckle flowers that are sort of a golden, yellow and orangey colour. I'm not sure if they're fragrant or not. I've never got down low enough to kind of have a whiff of them. But then the leaves come out, but you've got to look for the fruit because they kind of tend to nestle and hide underneath the leaves, and they are produced in lovely little clusters, and you can pick those and you can use them in all sorts of ways. You can put them in your pancakes, you can put them in your Weetabix, you can put them on a pavlova, drop them into a smoothie, and you'll get sort of a supply of these for about 4 weeks, about 3 to 4 weeks, I think, sort of cropped over. And then you have these lovely sort of healthy lime green leaves throughout the summertime. You'll get to about a metre and a half tall. And really, there's nothing else to do with it. Obviously in the first year, particularly at the moment, water it well, get it established, and just every single year, enjoy really different an unusual fruit that probably your friends and family have never seen or tried before.
310070, double up available. It's double up for £5. So your second plant, that's a nice price, isn't it? 1104 for one of them in the club, though, if you just want to go for one. Go to YouGarden.com to place your order, and that code is always on screen, so you know to enter that. Verna as well, happy birthday. It was Verna's birthday on the 7th. She was 83.
Wow,
83.
well done.
She says she's the grandma of YouGarden.
83 years young.
You can claim that title, Verna. You can have that one. So happy birthday for you to you for the 7th as well. Right, let's move on. We're going on to the pomegranate, but this is an ornamental. We don't put this into your grow your own kind of category, do we?
No, I mean, it might be edible for animals and things to eat, but for human palate, no.
It won't taste very nice, will it?
No. We wouldn't want to eat these. And it is very, very hardy. Pomegranates can take a number of -degrees centigrade, which might be a little bit surprising, really, but they are. They're tough plants. In mild winters, they can even be semi-evergreen or fully evergreen. In colder winters, they will lose their leaves. Height-wise, you're looking sort of about 1 metre, and I've seen these get to pretty much full size in the UK in sort of gardens that I've visited, customers' gardens over the years. But what is really, really attractive about them is the deep, solid orange colour of the flowers, and the flowers have got like a waxy-like consistency to them, and then the little ornamental pomegranate starts to develop at the back of the flower, and they probably get to about the size of a walnut, thereabouts, kind of perhaps just slightly bigger, but not big enough, for us to eat. But they look really pretty, very ornamental. They'll stay on the shrub for quite a long time into autumn. It'll get bigger and bigger year on year. And what it really, really does like, actually, it likes a really lovely sunny, sheltered spot, moisture retentive but well-drained soil, so perhaps up against a south or west-facing wall. Of course, you can grow it directly in the ground, but they also make really very easy, attractive pot and container plants as well.
680066, the item number there. We've got another double up deal. So double up for £10 or £8.50 if you're a club member, because you still get your 15% discount. This is why I want you to join the club. Come on, make sure you're a club member. Jules, happy birthday to you for Saturday. It's everybody's birthday.
Loads of birthdays.
I like it. So for Saturday, Jules, happy birthday. Just going back to the honeyberry, Linda has a problem with the honeyberry. She gets flowers, but never any fruit, which sounds to me like a pollination issue.
It could be a pollination issue. Also, is it in a really, really nice sunny spot as well? And also, have you kept it really, really well hydrated after watering? Because a lot of fruit trees, especially with the weird weather we're having these days, if the plant gets slightly drought stressed, then loads of fruit, they'll just drop the fruit because they think, what's the point? I'm not going to be able to produce fruit, I'll get rid. So perhaps, you're probably a little bit late this year. What you could do as well is water with a high potash liquid feed, something like tomato feed, for example. Do that fortnightly from now till about the middle of August. Next spring, make sure you keep it moist right from the outset. Fingers crossed next year you'll start to get your first crop of fruit.
Yeah, I think so. Once you see the flowers, you can get a little paintbrush and go from flower to flower with the little paintbrush. That can help to increase the kind of pollination, and then do everything that Adam said.
Yeah.
I had a few with my cherry tree this year, for example. I think I was just a bit inconsistent with the watering. I got a few cherries, but it dropped a lot of cherries. It aborts the fruits if it gets stressed in any way because it has to conserve its energy. Try all of those things anyway. Right, 310070, the item number if you want to go for the honeyberry, and you can double up if you want to. We're going to move on to the winter flowers. Now, it's no surprise to gardeners that you've got to think about the next season. But some people are a bit surprised about it. Like, hang on a minute, I'm just thinking about summer right now. I'm just focusing on this. But if you want a garden that looks good year round, you always have to look at least a season ahead, don't you?
You do. Well, I planted some of these actually in spring this year after kind of they'd finished flowering. And boy, oh boy, they have grown like stink. I mean, and what I'm looking forward to is this coming winter, for the first time ever in my garden, I'm going to have hellebore flowers. Never grown them before. But I've got a lovely little sort of patch just outside the patio doors where I've got like witch hazel, I've got the Saka Coca, I've got the Daphne Perfume Princess, I've got the Yuletide Camellia, Snowdrops, Aconites.
Nice.
So I just want to create a little winter garden, and these will be perfect for that because they start coming into flower roundabouts Christmas time, and they will flower in January, February and March. Now, the weird thing about these Becks is when you look at the flowers, they look delicate. You would think plants like that must flower summertime, but they produce these stunningly beautiful flowers at the most punishing and severe time of year, when we get the coldest frosts, the most likelihood of snow, the amount of wind, the shortest days, and they put up with it all without batting an eyelid. Honestly, they are so tough, so hardy. You've got this incredible colour mix here. They'll grow in shade, sun, or part shade, under trees, beds and borders, and they look really charming, flowering along with things like snowdrops, for example, and crocuses. And at that time of year, when we're desperate for colour, that's when they flower. They'll really cheer you up. You could plant them in pots and containers, raised beds, even window boxes if you want to, beds and borders. Just remove the old leaves just as the new flowers start to come through. And then the flowers come up all nice and unobstructed. Then you'll get new leaves come up after the flowers have faded. So even when the flowers have gone, you've always got that endless evergreen foliage as well. And eventually, you can lift these, you can divide them, and you can spread them about and make even more plants. But that's why we're talking about these now, because although we're only in the middle of July, we want you to get in colour in the middle of winter.
All right, make sure you keep them well watered. They don't like to dry out in these hot summer months, so as long as you keep them watered, they'll grow very, very happily. Now, you can get 10 of the plug plants, which come in a mixture of colour, by the way, or you can double up and you can get 20 of those. It's only going to be, £15 more. Obviously, take your 15% off there as well. There'll be extra savings for being a club member. So you're going to save an additional £10 there, which is absolutely brilliant. And those will last in your garden forever. Basically, they hybridise, don't they? And make their own little hybrids.
Yeah. You'll have your own very unique plants, and they live for donkey's years. And even in the summertime, once they're fully established, I've seen some in customers' gardens recently that the leaves are just laying flat on the floor and they're wilting like crazy. But they will sit quietly like that. And as soon as the rain comes, they'll pop back up and they'll keep going. You won't lose them. They'll just go to sleep.
480964 was the item number there. I'm just trying to find the emails, Stu. Why can't I find the emails? It's not there. It was there a minute ago, and now it's not there. Hold on. Here it is. Hang on. I'll do it that way. Found it. It's all... Oh, my word. You've all sent loads of emails. Right, Ali G. Good afternoon, Ali G. How are you today? Ali G says, some photos of what's looking good in my garden at the moment. I am especially happy with the lovely red rose on the special dad rose, even though I haven't planted it up yet. Oh, my word, what am I doing? Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong things. Here we go, Ali G. Here we go. Ooh.
Oh, bit of Alstroemeria.
She's got some Alstroemeria going.
All labelled up nicely as well.
Always. Ali G always labels. We love it. She's got so organised. So organised, unlike me. There's some more Alstroemeria coming through.
Beautiful.
No, I love those colours. Love those colours from the Alstroemeria. Oh, but it's hard. I've seen a few brown plants there, Ali G. It's tough at the moment. Listen, that's everybody's garden. This dahlia is beautiful.
Look at that.
That is a stunning dahlia.
That is that? It's not cafe au lait, is it? That one.
It could be.
Is it? Could be.
It's similar.
It is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Love that.
Gorgeous dahlia. And finally, here's the red rose. The special dad, and it is a beautiful bright red rose there. I haven't planted it up yet, but it's flowering quite happily.
In its original pot with that super lush, glossy foliage as well.
Very nice. Right, Mr. F, no flower picks today, but I do have these to enjoy during the show. Well, we're all just a bit jealous. Look at that.
Your nice homegrown ones.
I'm assuming they're homegrown strawberries with a bit of cream and some chocolate sprinkles on top. That seems quite nice to me.
That's a nice little breakfast.
It is, isn't it? There are still some strawberry plants available, by the way, on the show today if you want to get them. 6 of those 9cm pots. They are winter hardy plants. Under £15, no postage to pay. Norma says, I thought I'd share these photos with you, trying hard to keep them going in all this heat. Bring on the rain. Yeah, I think we're all feeling like that now, aren't we? We've got a few more weeks to wait.
Whoa.
Norma.
Goodness me.
Wow. That's a beauty.
That is phenomenal.
Norma, that must smell absolutely amazing. Good work. Oh, I just want to be in your garden, Norma, smelling your jasmine. Sounds lovely. Right, let's have a look at what else she sent us. Oh, so Ceanothus doing beautifully.
See,
is that in flower now?
You know, this is weird, Bex, because we saw a photo somebody sent the other day of a Ceanothus
in flower.
In flower again.
Mine hasn't reflowered yet. They often do.
Yeah, they can repeat flower, and I think
it's normally a bit later than this, though.
Yeah, but I think again because it's such a bonkers hot summer, I think they're just really loving life. Oh, look at that! That is good. That is wow! Look at that! That's a hydrangea, isn't it? Wow! Oh, that is good.
That's pretty. That's really pretty.
It's got that variegated, because I thought it was a Weigela to start with. When
I thought Weigela when it first popped up, but
I
it's
saw the leaves, but
Serrata Euphoria.
That is absolutely heavenly, isn't it? And that's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Look at the Acer behind as well. It's looking super lush and happy.
Ah, Norma, you're doing well, darling. Honestly, that's so good. You would not know that there is a heat wave happening right now looking at your garden.
Got all the saucers underneath as well, which is always a brilliant idea.
That's what I need to do more of, I think. I need to get more saucers going.
Yeah, it makes a world of difference, Bex, getting those saucers under there.
Right, Tony is in next. No, there's nothing on that one. Peter sent some more. Tony, first of all, just 2 pictures taken from my patio door showing my skyscraper lilies. Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, right. Okay, it's right down the end of the garden. I'm going to zoom in. Whoop, there they are, look.
Way. Look at those.
Look at how many are to open up as well. Look how many are open and look how many are yet to open.
It's great having the fence as well, because the fence gives you the perspective, doesn't it, of the height of those. So, you know, if you ever doubted, you know, when we say they get to 6 foot tall, I mean, they're actually over the top of the fence.
Well done,
I
Tony.
bet the fragrance on those Tony at night is just off the scale.
It's amazing how much more fragrant they are at night time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good, so good.
I'm kind of guessing they're probably moth-pollinated, a lot of the lilies.
Maybe.
So that's why they tend to pump out more fragrance at night.
More lilies. This is from Peter. They're looking good.
I love them.
Got a hibiscus down in the corner there as well, look. See the hibiscus flowers coming?
So super bright and colourful, aren't they, those lilies?
Looking good, Peter. My lilies are just starting to go over. Ah, yes.
Although I did go out to deadheads on my lilies last night and I pollinated myself.
Yeah.
So
That's it, that's never coming out.
Well, actually, I managed to save it because I got it on my shorts, so I just got some really good tape.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I just put tape on and I managed to...
Oh, well done.
Yeah, got it off. But...
So I've got the skyscraper lilies in pots. 3 of those pots have gone over, so I've deadheaded those and moved the pots out of the way, and I've got 2 pots left. And they are just, I can just see them starting to go now, which is a shame, but hey, there we go. Right, should we cover Vicky's question? I don't know the answer, so Adam, this is on you. I have a red pillar berberis that's now a little too wide. Could you please give me some pruning advice so it looks neater? Many thanks, Vicky.
Yeah, we literally, if you want to, you could just select like some central, really strong central upright stems, and then at the base, just remove all the others.
Would you do it now?
I wouldn't do it any later than now.
Right.
Because if you do it now, what will happen is any new growth that comes through is going to toughen up and be hardy enough before winter. Having said that, berberis
is
are
pretty tough,
really tough anyway. So that would be my advice. Just literally reduce the width of it by just taking away some of the outward facing stems. So you've just got a narrower, more upright plant.
That's a gorgeous garden. That is a gorgeous garden, Vicky. Wear your gloves, won't you? Because it's pretty spiky.
Oh, yeah.
You know that already, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're evil, so-and-sos.
Make sure you've got some gauntlets on or something or other.
I like the way you've left the allium flower heads in as well.
Yeah.
Looking really pretty. They're very structural.
That's a pretty garden, Vicky. Thank you for sending that. Lovely. Oh, my word. You've sent loads of emails. Apparently, I can do 3 more. I've already shown some of Peter's pictures, so I'm going to skip to Dingo. He says, afternoon, Bex and Adam. A few pics to show off. Been weeding this morning. Cheers, Dingo. Oh, what is this, Adam? Is that an agapanth? It could be, actually.
It is an agapanthus.
It is an agapanthus.
But it looks very
small, though, doesn't it?
Very dinky for an agapanthus.
The shoots are small at the moment. Or maybe that's the
main flower. Yeah,
there's the main flower stem.
Sometimes we do see the little baby ones on the popping purple. Those little dinky ones, wasn't there?
So there's the main flower stem going up and the other one's coming up. Okay, that was confusing me for a second. And now, here is a man with some grapevines growing grapes as well.
Look at those. Looking really good there. Look at the size of that already, right now as well, this early in the season.
Yeah, that's good. They're starting to ripen up too, look.
Brilliant.
Love it, Dingo. That's exactly what I want to create across the top of a pergola. I just got to build a pergola to do.
I guess you probably thin them out a bit, Dingo, as well. You can actually get special, like, grape scissors.
You can indeed, yeah.
Monarda. That was my favourite one at the ball the other day when we went. Yeah.
That's a really pretty one.
Bergamot. That's what they flavour Earl Grey tea with.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Lovely, lovely perennials, those. And the bees go bonkers for them. I think they call them bee balm is their kind of common name.
Here's the wider shot of that agapanthus we were just looking at. So that helps us out. There you've got the big two great big flower spikes, and then that was the close-up that we were looking at a few minutes ago. That is looking a very happy agapanthus, isn't it?
It's like, do you remember they used to do those things years ago where they would photograph something really close up and only show you a tiny bit of it, and then you had to figure out what it was? Oh!
Look.
Hello, handsome.
Oh, I've forgotten his name, but I want to play with that baby there.
Look at his lovely little teeth.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Oh, he's a cutie, isn't he? Or she? Is it a he or a she?
I can't remember. I think he's a he. Dingo, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten the name of your dog, but
Beautiful.
he's a beauty. I love him.
Oh, look at his little face.
Baby. Right, thank you very much. We have loads of other emails, but... Oh, I'm allowed to do one more. Sorry. Right, Gillian. Hello, Gillian. Hello, fellow gardeners. First time growing aubergines. I didn't realise how beautiful the flower is. Gillian's got the wonderful decking and all the rest of it in her garden. Look at that.
That is an
beautiful
Acer off the scale. Two of them.
And the hostas over there as well. Gillian, nice, nice, nice. Right, let's find the aubergines. Hang on. More pots and containers over here. She's got the delphinium, the guardian.
Looking good.
It is looking good.
Oh, that's what I've had to move from my garden. My stilby, it's too dry.
Stilbies are looking amazing.
I'll have to send mine to you and you can look after it.
Yeah, she's doing well in there, look. Right, next picture. Is this it? Geranium Roseanne?
More tree lilies.
Some fruits going on over there.
Oh, not tree lilies, that's a pear.
Yeah, I think it's a pear tree, isn't it? Verbena bonariensis. I've got to find the aubergine. Hang on. Have I skipped a picture? I don't... There isn't an aubergine flower attached. Maybe you were just telling us you weren't attaching a picture. OK, got you. Got you. I'd like to see an aubergine flower. I should have grown an aubergine, shouldn't I? And then I'd be able to look at the aubergine flower myself.
They're like potato flowers, but they're bigger. They are really, really attractive. I think they're the same family. I think they're Solanaceae family, so they're all a very similar type of flowers.
Oh, OK. Am I allowed one more, Stu, or is that it? Oh, that's the last one. That's the last one for now. I just want to see Paige's copycat border. Oh, is this your garden, Stu?
No, this was at Ball, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's where we were the other day. OK. Very nice. OK, thank you. I love that you're all sending in loads of pictures. We'll do our best to show them all. Obviously, we can't spend the entire time doing that, but we will always... I always look at them even if we don't actually show them. Should we move on and have a look at some other things for you now? Yes, let's do that, shall we? Let's go over to this table over here, because what we've got is a bit of a, a bargain selection for you. Absolutely everything on this table is under £10, OK? So £8.49 to club members is the price you're going to pay for these. We've got the Fatsia japonica to start off with. Now, this is a very rapid growing...
It is.
Evergreen perennial plant for your garden.
That ticks loads and loads of boxes. Let's just whip it out the pot to start with, because I want to show you the beautiful root system it'll have on it. And you can see they're itching.
That's what they are.
To get out the pot and get into your garden. And it's a good problem solver, actually, Fatsia japonica, because it'll grow in clay soil. I know a lot of you struggle to get things to grow well in clay soil, but also sandy soils. And it's a really good plant for a shady corner. Yeah. Sometimes, if you've got that corner of the garden where two rows of fences meet, and if it's in like a northeast sort of corner, you find that plants grow sort of 2/3 of the way up to that corner, and then they sort of peter out because there's very little amount of light that gets there. Something like a Fatsia would love that corner, and they can get 3 to 4 metres tall eventually, but you can prune them very easily. So you can let yours grow into almost like a small-sized tree, and it'll get quite a width to it as well. They do flower. They send out these really weird, like, branched structures, and then you get these spherical flower heads on top, and a little bit akin to an allium or an agapanthus flower. And they're a creamy white colour, incredibly attractive to pollinators, and then those flowers can go on to produce berries. But then if you ever want to prune it, if it gets too tall, do that sort of about mid-spring, just above a leaf joint. There's the flowers there for you. They are really, really unusual and different. So prune it down about mid-spring, above a leaf joint. It'll reshoot for you and you'll get a plant that is more squat, but kind of more bushy. But that's not necessary if you don't need to do it. The choice is yours. So there you go. That's sort of the item number there, 511548. And it's that Fatsia japonica in that lovely 9 centimetre pot. And it'll get to this size in probably like a couple of years or so from the size you see here.
It's amazing how quick they grow, honestly. You can container grow as well, dead easy to do. 511548, the item number, just $8.49 if you're a club member. Free postage on everything using the code as well. If you want to order more than one, go for it. You know, I highly recommend it. You've got some amazing plants here. If you're looking for something that's going to be drought tolerant, then this is a really good option for you. I love rosemary. I love growing rosemary. I use it a lot in my cooking, particularly once we get into the winter months. I use rosemary quite a lot then. But I also just think this is a beautiful, attractive plant.
It is an attractive plant. Right now, I'm thinking of Paxo stuffing, and I'm thinking of crispy chicken skin.
Oh, crispy chicken skin.
Because that's one thing you and I would fight over, isn't it? Crispy chicken skin. Because none of the rest of your family likes crispy chicken skin, do they?
Nobody in my family does. So when I roast a chicken, I get the whole thing.
I love it. I love it.
I'm all right with that.
And of course,
sorry to the veggies out there, vegetarians.
That's an ingredient in that kind of thing, but it's a good plant, rosemary, because it's not just for culinary purposes. It's a very attractive plant in its own right. Evergreen, so it keeps that foliage all the year through. And in the current climate, it's another plant we're going to see more of because it originates from the Mediterranean.
I need to roast a chicken now.
I know. I think I might have to have a roast chicken this weekend.
Sorry.
It'll take full-on sun, high UV, very, very drought tolerant once established. They can get up to about 1 metre tall eventually, and you have loads and loads of these lovely purple coloured flowers. Now, they are a bit weird flowering wise. They seem to kind of not particularly have any exact flowering period. I've actually seen rosemary's flower from about mid-February through to spring. Then I've seen them flower again a little bit later in the summer. So they kind of flower when the mood takes them. But they are very, very frost hardy as well as extremely heat and drought hardy. You can clip them, you can shape them, or you can just leave it to grow into a natural shape. But also if you want to bring in pollinators, the bees, the butterflies, they adore rosemary. So Miss Jessop's Upright is one of the most loved, revered, grown of the rosemaries because you've got that straight, upright growth habit on it.
Okay, 750062, the item number for the rosemary Miss Jessop's Upright. Next up, we're going onto the salvias. Now, salvias are just they're a favourite, and it's because they are super low maintenance but really long flowering.
So, yeah, and the thing about these as well, Bex, is when you scrunch the foliage...
Yeah, I love the fragrance.
It's another one with super fragrant foliage because this is actually a type of sage. So they're both kind of related, sort of both related to what we think of as herbs. And it's also another plant that is very, very drought tolerant. And this is going to become more of a theme, obviously, as the years go by. We're going to be thinking about these things for you. So you can grow plants easily. Once these are established, you can actually leave this plant. And over a couple of 2 to 3 years, it will grow almost into a small shrub. Our lovely Sean Bryan, he's left some of these in his garden just to do that. You can clip and shape them late winter, mid-spring, but you don't need to let them get that big. If you want to clip them back mid-spring, you can keep them as small plants. But the brilliant thing about them is they flower for about 6 months. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. And these flowers just keep appearing and appearing and appearing. And it's another one that will also bring in the pollinators, beds and borders, pots and containers, super sunny, well-drained soil, and that can even be clay as well as sand. They are tough, long-lived, and they flower like crazy.
560654 is the item number there. £8.49 is your club member discount price. Delivered. Next up, we've got the Buddleia Sun Gold. Now, this was really popular last year when we first brought this into the potting shed. People, I think it's because it's just something a little bit different when it comes to Buddleia. Yeah,
it is different. It's I think it's the first sort of by generic cross of a Buddleia from, I think it's South African and South American sort of Buddleias. It's like a hybrid of two different sort of Buddleias from two different continents. But it's very different and very unusual because it doesn't have the conical shaped flower heads like a traditional Buddleia. It will have these spherical flower heads that actually appear along the stems. And they are a really, really beautiful sort of golden yellow colour, incredibly sweetly fragranced. And this buddleia does also flower on new wood, so it's easy to prune and look after. It'll be hugely popular with all the pollinators. It is very, very hardy, but very, very drought tolerant once established. Lovely kind of silvery green foliage on it as well. Gets to about 1.5 meters, 2 meters tall, so it's not a really huge buddleia. You could easily grow this in a large pot or container or in the ground, but just find a really lovely sort of sunny spot for it and enjoy a long flowering period on this for year after year after year.
Just want to do a quick root check for you. They are always really good quality plants that we bring you from YouGarden. You can see there's no compost falling away from there. It's nicely rooted into that pot, absolutely ready to get growing for you. Final one on the table is the lovely Viburnum opulus roseum, also known as the snowball tree. Now, I know you haven't got this in your garden, but you don't need it because your neighbours have got it, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And my neighbour have got a beautiful one in their front garden. Actually trimmed it the year before last into a lovely big ball shape. And this year, oh my goodness me, it was a mass of flowers all the way round. Just to point out, if you do prune this, do it immediately after it's finished flowering, because this shrub actually flowers on the previous year's wood. It can get 2 to 3 meters tall. It is bonkers hardy. It can live for 50 to 60 years.
Oh.
Really drought tolerant during the summertime. Totally unfussed about soil. It'll grow in pretty much any soil, full sun or part sun. The foliage turns a lovely yellow colour in autumn before it drops, but in the spring, for about a month, you have these tennis ball sized flower heads that are pure white, really different, really unusual. We actually used one of these in one of our gardens at the Chelsea Flower Show some years back. And I tell you what, Bex, if one person asked what it was, it must have been about 10,000 people. And in the end, we just put a label on it because we just got fed up with saying what it was.
Sick of telling you.
Yeah, but everybody adored it. And it was a bit of a surprise to me because I grew up next door to a garden that had this when I was a kid. So this has always been in my memory. But for a lot of people, they hadn't seen it before. So if you want to grow something stunningly beautiful, easy and tough, beds and borders or pots and containers, go for this beautiful, beautiful viburnum.
All right, all of those are in 9 centimetre pots. That one is the Viburnum opulus roseum, the snowball tree, 510706. If you've just joined us, hello. All right, this is YouGarden TV. If you want to place your order, you can go to yougarden.com. We are here live until 4 o'clock. It is Thursday afternoon, so we're here until 4 o'clock this afternoon, but you can watch these shows back at any time. And we'll also be back on, I say we, is it you on Sunday? Someone's here on Sunday. Oh, it's Sean. Sean's going to be in the potting shed on Sunday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, if you want to come in and see Sean. OK, we are going to do a little review, and then we're going to also show you some of the pictures that you've been sending in. So do not go anywhere. We have got the Red Rose Patio, the mini standard, 4-litre pot, £5 saving. This is the first time a Rose of the Week has been an actual standard. So we're very excited about that. It's £16.99 delivered price, as long as you use the code. You can grow these in pots and containers quite happily, or you can plant these in the ground. They're fully winter hardy. And listen, when I think of a red, when I think of a rose, I think of a red rose. There's plenty of beautiful roses out there, but red roses are a bit special, romantic, maybe even a little sexy. 780357 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. We've got Little Miss Figgy, which is a much more compact fig. It does grow smaller figs, but there's nothing wrong with that, is there? The plant will remain much more compact, only reaching up to, I'd say, between 1.2, 1.8 metres in height. That's sort of the size, so 4 feet to 6 feet. Of course, you can keep it a bit smaller, and I would recommend container growing because figs do like to have a hug at the root. That's what encourages the fruit production to come through. Whether you are growing it for the fruits or just the fact that it's a very attractive tree, that is entirely up to you. 340117, the item number, and £15.29 is the delivered price on that one. Now we have got a killer deal here on the Grapevine collection. If you want to grow them like Dingo does, or you've got a pergola, how do you say it? Or an archway to grow these over, then the Grapevine collection is brilliant because you're going to get one of each variety. They will grow up and over the top, and you will get bunches of beautiful grapes. It's totally winter hardy. And don't think that there is a problem growing grapes in the UK. It's not at all a problem. You can easily grow grapes. Even Stu can do it, so you definitely can. 340039, the item number. You'll get both of them, £21.23. We've got the honeyberry for you next. This is also a double up deal. deal. If you want to get 2, put 2 in your basket. The honeyberry is a dark-skinned fruit that is very, very high in antioxidants and vitamin-rich. Sweet, juicy flavour. You can put it into pancakes and baking, and you can put it on your cereal. There's loads of ways you can use honeyberry. This does not require ericaceous compost like blueberries do, so you can plant this in the ground quite happily, or you can grow them in pots and containers. It can reach about 1 metre in height, 1 metre spread. They are self-fertile, but if you can go for 2, I would, because as Adam says, belts and braces, all helps. 310070, the item number. We've got the double Ellens. These are available for you as the 10 mixed plug plants, but you can double up and you can get 20 of them. If you've got a slightly larger shady area to fill, this would be perfect. This is going to give you the winter flowers. So January, February, March, that's when you get them. A gorgeous mix of colours, double flowers, which means you get layers of petals there. Pollinators really enjoy these, and obviously at that time of year, fewer pollen sources, so it's great to add those into your garden. 480964 is the item number, £21.24 your discount club price if you're going for the pack of 10, but you can double up if you want to. It's double up for £15 more, which would be, I don't know how to take 15% off that, but it'll be less if you're in the club. You'll get a 15% discount on the double up price as well in the club. Have we got another one, Stu? Can I do the... Yes, I can. I can do that quick. Fatsia, evergreen, wonderful for shade, comes to you in the 9cm pot, fast growing, £8.49 is the price, 511548 the item number. Rosemary, a very useful herb for the garden, evergreen, drought tolerant, produces wonderful flowers that are great for pollinators. Everybody needs to have a rosemary in their garden somewhere. 750062, £8.49 is the price. Salvia lips. Salvia is just one of those shrubs you never have to do anything to. Well, not never. One tiny prune a year, and it will just keep flowering for you. Really tough, really resilient. Loads of flowers and very long flowering from May right the way through to October, sometimes even into November as well. 560654 for the cherry lips. And then we've got the unusual Buddleia Sun Gold, the balls of blooms rather than the conical ones. Still a butterfly bush, still going to bring the pollinators into your garden, but it has that gorgeous golden amber yellow colour to the flowers and a lovely fragrance too. 510031, the item number for the Buddleia Sun Gold. And then finally, we have got the Roseum, the Viburnum opulus Roseum, which we just saw. It has the potential to get big, couple 2 or 3 metres, height spread, and covered in those beautiful snowball flowers. 510706, the item number on there. You can go to our website, by the way, to have a look at everything and in more detail as well. Obviously, we try and give you as much as we can, but if you want to read all the information, you can go onto the website to do that. YouGarden.com is the place to go. Make sure you're using your code, please, YGTV2926, very important, so that you get all the deals and all of the savings. We have got some pots to show you. We're going to start with the Cremati, the antique gold pot that we've got for you here. This does look a bit special, doesn't it?
It does look special as well, Bex, doesn't it? I love modern plastic pots. I used to hate plastics pots years ago because they look cheap and naff. And you used to see the joins and all the kind of where they used to come off the blow mould, all the little wafery bits on the bottom. But now, look at the gleam on that. Look at the shimmer and the shine. That looks like a really high-end, very expensive metallic container, but it's UV stable, it's frost resistant, it's plastic, it's got drainage holes in the bottom there for you. So you've got about 4 or 5 drainage holes there. And it's just the right size for changing quite regularly. Because obviously if you've got a really, really big pot, you're likely to plunk something in it and keep it in that pot forever and ever. But these are just that nice size for seasonal changeovers. So perhaps in the autumn, you want to think about putting spring flowering bulbs in there, some wallflowers, forget-me-nots. Next spring, you could think about things like geraniums, petunias, just lots and lots of different choices there. It's never going to take too much compost and it's never going to be super expensive, but these are elegant. Love the kind of the brickwork design on there as well. And I just think these will just look gorgeous either side of a front or back door. I agree. 130730, the item number there. 10-inch diameter, £3 saving, 1103 is your delivered discount club price. And then we have got the Nantucket,
which have also got a bit of a brickwork design on, but just slightly different.
Yeah, I mean, these again, I really, really adore. I was on another channel recently talking about both of these pots, and they were very, very popular, and I can see why, because they just look like the real deal. This has got almost like that herringbone kind of paving sort of patination on it as well. UV stable, frost resistant. This one also, these are in inches. Funny that some are in centimetres, some are in inches.
Yeah, I know.
But these like 10 inches across, which I think is about 25 centimetres thereabouts. But you can see even the little distressed look they have on these. So these will look good for many, many years to come. And again, they're just that perfect size for changing around a couple of times a year. But of course, we've got many options today that you could plant in here permanently. I mean, for instance, the Miss Jessop's upright rosemary could live in one of these forever. The cherry lips or amethyst lips, that could live in there, the salvia. So lots and lots of options. Even, to be honest, the little japonica as well, the little Fatsia japonica, because you can keep it sort of clipped and shaped. So if you're looking for a pair or a couple of pairs of really elegant, tough pots, UV stable, frost resistant, take advantage of these. They're beautiful. 130718 for the Nantucket planters in the black and chocolate colour. £10.18 is your delivered price. It is for a pair, so you will get 2 of those with both of those options. We're going to dive back into your emails. We've got lots to show, so I'm going to go as quickly as I possibly can. So we have got Paige. Paige has been working very hard in the front garden for the last few days. The roses I have are Eden from YouGarden and a cheeky another rose. You've just got lavender hidcote to put into the border, which I've been growing from plugs. Lost 2, but hoping it's still enough. I've added before and after pictures as well. So sorry, I've just got to do the technical bit. Right, so here is the before picture. Nice and clean. Neat and tidy.
Neat, tidy. Let's have a look.
In anticipation of...
Ready? Oh, look at that.
Love it. How elegant does that look?
Beautiful.
Love those barrel planters. Beautiful rows in each there.
Do you know what I like the little picket fence around the
it's
edge.
gorgeous.
That's
lovely.
really cute.
That you can see.
And then you're going to make a border all around there with the lavender, I take it. That's the plan, yeah?
a lot of love has gone into that. You can tell. Beautiful.
Now, she's also showed me this picture already, but this is she's doing a copycat border of what I've done in my borders, which is the I love it. I think it's brilliant. Which is the Hydrangea Incredibles, and then she's put the Geranium Roseanne in the front. I've actually mixed in, so I've got Verbena bonariensis behind and a bit of Erigeron in the front as well. But it's looking amazing.
Yeah, that is.
And that's going to look so good,
especially once that Geranium Roseanne spreads out over the gravel a little bit as well.
It'll spread into the gravel slightly.
What a gorgeous contrast with that light-coloured gravel and those purple flowers.
It's looking great, my lovely. Right, Stephanie says, I got the Barnsley Baby and it went mad. Is this normal? Included a bonus pic of the Elton John in flower. Stephanie, I've had a look at these. That's not Barnsley Baby.
No, it's too pink. Barnsley Baby's kind of more of a very pale sort of colour. So
it's kind of white with a little bit of pink in the centre. So if that's come from us and it said Barnsley Baby, first of all, I'm sorry, but I don't think that is Barnsley Baby.
That just looks like Lavatera Barnsley, not Barnsley Baby.
Yeah, not Barnsley Baby. It's still beautiful, but it will get bigger.
You can prune them back though if you want to. They're quite easy to prune back. So, and you can even clip it back now a little bit if you wanted to, and it'll still flower for you on the new shoots that come through.
It's a gorgeous colour, but I don't think that is Barnsley Baby. And there is the Elton John rose.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
indeed. We went to
indeed.
Chelsea last year.
Yeah.
It smelt so good.
Because we had Elton John one week and then we had Diana, didn't we, the week before? Which was quite nice, really.
Lovely. Thank you, Stephanie. Linda has sent one in. I have planted my tomatoes but have not as yet trimmed them. Am I too late for a good crop or can I still cut back? And how do I do it, please? Some of my beautiful fruit and veg from you.
They shouldn't need a clipping. If they're kind of a bush type, just leave. Hopefully... Can't see any flowers on
I don't think they're a bush type. There's a few flowers.
Oh, yes, there are some flowers on there. See, what you need to do, if they're what's called an indeterminate type, i.e. the ones that just keep growing upwards, you need to pick out the side shoots that come out from between the leaves. That way, the energy gets put into all the trusses on there to produce fruit. So, yeah, just when you got a minute, just sit down next to them, just check for those side shoots between the leaves, pick them out, make sure they're supported well, keep watering and feeding, and you will have some tomatoes quite soon.
That's the side shoot there, right in the middle.
That little
just
dinky
zoomed
one.
in. See that little dinky one in the middle? Those are the bits that you need to pick out.
And thin the foliage out a little bit. There's seriously no harm at all in pruning away excess amount of foliage on tomatoes.
All. It's really good for it.
So, any really excess leaves in the middle, just take them out completely, because what you want to do, you want to create lots of light and airflow through your plant. So just decongest the leaves a little bit.
Mauricia says, sorry, forgot the name, but what a lovely colour. No, this is the
it is
wine Lophos.
Lophos, yeah. Lophos.
That is the beautiful Lophos. Normally a trailing plant, though.
Although I think we did suggest once that you could
train it to try and climb up.
Train it to go upright.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous colour. Very, very pretty, like that. And let's go on to one more. I'm going to, if we get to come back, I will come back to more for you, Mauricia. Alistair has sent some in. We'll definitely do this again with lobelia in a hanging basket.
Wow.
Yes! Alistair, I'm so pleased.
That is good.
I'm so pleased. This is just lobelia on its own. I have banged on about this for such a long time, that lobelia is not just a filler, it can be an absolute thriller.
Yeah.
And it is.
Is that an easy fill you've done that in? It looks like you've done it in an easy fill, the way you've got that 360-degree ball of colour.
I flipping love it.
That is gorgeous.
I think you sent this in to us recently anyway, didn't you? I love it.
Alistair, you've inspired me for next year. I want to do one of those. That looks good, doesn't it?
I love it, love it, love it. Well done. Ooh, you got the Soloscape Basilises.
Love them.
They look good as well, don't they?
They're flipping socks off, don't they? For
See that
like all
hydrangea
summer.
in the corner as well. I know we're supposed to be looking at the Soloscape, but I just noticed that hydrangea in the corner there. Let's have another look.
Hemeracalis. I
There's
don't know
a
which type.
daylily.
Yeah, daylily. I don't know that variety, but
Wow,
yeah.
that is a beautiful photograph.
That is
Look at the
incredibly
detail.
elegant, that one. Look at that, with the lovely yellow kind of edge to the flower petals there.
Wow. And final one.
Oh, look at these. That's good. Look at that little foxglove sanctuary.
That's so nice.
And you've got the little orange ones in the background as well.
That is so nice. Well done.
It's so rewarding this time of year, because early in the year you buy these things from us as plug plants or bulbs, and then we get to this time of year and we see the kind of the results of all your work, and it looks just incredible.
Right, Linda sent a couple of more pictures. We're going to see if we can name some of these. That's not a mango. What is that?
Oh, that's a peach.
Oh, of course it is a peach. Yes, of course it is.
Yeah, that's the kind of the light coloured peach, not the.
Oh, look at your blueberries.
Cool.
Got some blueberries ready for picking there as well. Very nice. Right, Bob. Bob, especially for Adam.
I know where this is going. This is going, Bob. I do.
Especially for Adam, my flowering hosta. Regards from Bob. What a beautiful hosta, Bob. Look at those gorgeous flowers on that beautiful hosta.
Whatever. I'll tell you what, Bob. Like, I'll be round. I'll be round later, okay? I'll get them sorted out for you.
Thank you, Bob. That's given us a chuckle.
They are beautiful, I must admit.
Charlotte says, just arrived while watching you both. Perfect condition as always. Let's have a little look. Let's unbox Charlotte's delivery with her. It is the Little Rock Stars. Wonderful. Look at that.
The thing that really blew my mind about them when we talked about them the other week was, even though the flowers are quite small, the fragrance they produce is incredible.
Amazing. Yeah,
really,
they are
really
amazing.
beautiful.
All right, let's talk to you about the compost then. I had a delivery that arrived yesterday.
Jolly good.
I ordered the Oleander Standard, that big one, the 22 centimetre.
Oh, lovely.
And I ordered compost. And I had a notification yesterday whilst I was here working saying, you had a delivery. And I was like, yeah, it's my compost and it's my Oleander Standard. And I got home and it's just the compost. It's obviously a split delivery. They're going to come separately. So I'm hoping I get home today and the Oleander Standard is there. But I was very pleased to have received my order of my compost.
Or was it there? Then it went walkies.
I mean, it's a good point. Let's wait and see, shall we?
Let's hope not. But yeah, it's good getting this stuff. I was digging in more of this last night because I was saying to you earlier on, Bex, that I'm like a lot of people, I'm taking certain plants out at the moment because I just can't keep them wet, and it's just so much water to keep them going. So, you know, when I'm doing that, I'm digging loads and loads of this in. I'm putting it as a thick layer of mulch. In fact, what I did was I harvested 3 30-litre tubs of my potatoes, and I used all the compost from that to put back on the beds and borders. And it would just be brilliant this time because it keeps the moisture in the ground. It holds on to the moisture as well because you've got that peat element, and peat really sucks in and holds on to the moisture. You've got the slow release fertiliser. You've got the composted wood fibre as well. You can see Sean here using this to plant up a lovely pencil cypress. He's got his like bulbs there. Look, this is obviously in the autumn, getting the winter flowering pansies and things in the ground. But you can use this all the way through the year. You can use it for your house plants. You can use it for your fruit, your vegetables. I mean, I know a lot of you, I'm preaching to the converted because you use this and you are compost snobs. But you know, if you are new, if you've not joined us before and you've joined us today, welcome. Thanks for joining. And just ask all the other lovely people in the chat. They'll tell, all our friends in the chat will tell you how brilliant this is. Don't take my or Bex's word for it. From their experience, from our experience, I can tell you, once you've used this compost, you will get results that you have not achieved with other composts. It's not the least expensive compost in the world, but the results you get from it will more than justify buying those horrible cheap composts that quite often have string and glass and bits of wood, very little nutrient. They're very difficult to hydrate. They're very lacking in nutrients. This is complete opposite end to the scale. It's just incredible growing medium for such a huge range of plants. And we're going to talk about some citrus in a minute. We even have in our on our website as well, if you want to, the ericaceous version of this that's just as brilliant.
It is.
It's just that it's free from lime.
100208. It's still the deal where you'll get the 110 litres of compost and you'll get the 100-gram bag of the soluble fertiliser as well. Not just any old soluble fertiliser. Yeah. It is our premium, professional, blooming fast, superior plant foods that will be included in there as well. £23.79 is the delivered price of getting that 110 litres and the soluble fertiliser.
We understood.
I know, you got it. You knew what I was saying. Okay, we have got 3 different types of citrus for you. We've got calamondin, we've got lime, and we've got lemon. Question, Adam, is the care for all 3 of these exactly the same?
It's exactly the same. So what we say about one applies to all of them. So the first thing to say is, well, these are all lime-hating plants. I alluded to that a moment ago. If you want to pop these on, they need to go into ericaceous compost. That's really, really important. They can all live outside during the summer in very mild areas, provided you keep an eye on any freaky cold weather coming. They could probably live outside pretty much all year round. Our lovely Stu, who's producing just today, a productor, as I call him. Stu.
Lovely Stu.
Lovely Stu, yeah. He's lovely. He's left one of these outside for donkey's years. He just brings it in, puts it under his porch, up against the house for the winter time. But I mean, if you are a little bit worried, you can bring them in when the weather does turn really cold. You want a cool room with lots and lots of light. Drop the watering down. And whenever you water them, any time of year, try and use water, if it ever does fall out the sky, from your water butt or soft water, not tap water, especially if you're in a hard water area.
Somebody was telling me yesterday you can add white vinegar. I don't take this as read. I need to do some research on this. But somebody was saying you can add a bit of white vinegar to tap water.
I guess it'll acidify it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to get your ratios right. Do some research, please. I'm going to do some research on that as well.
Yeah, you want to put too much vinegar in.
Exactly.
Because you can use vinegar as a weed killer, can't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
just be careful with it.
Just need to get the balance right. No, it's not. Every day's a school day when it comes to gardening. So,
love it. Well, this is why I like our community, because we actually share all these bits of information. So I'm going to do a bit of research on that.
Stu was telling me the other day about some guy uses shampoo to improve the lawn. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Your baby shampoo, yeah, it does something magic to green your lawn up and help your lawn look good.
What?
So, oh, no. But, yeah, so all 3 of these are evergreen, so they keep their leaves on all the year through. All of them have the most beautiful, fragrant flowers as well. Citrus fragrance is off the scale. It is so, so pleasant, so good. If you ever wanted to prune any of these, light pruning is all you ever need to do, and you're only looking to removing branches that are growing inwards or sort of rubbing against each other, do that in February. But long story short, if you do all the things that these love, you will get proper, not gimmick, not ornamental, proper size. I mean, look at these. I mean, these are whopping great big lemons on there. and they're going to be ripe. Now, generally with citrus, you're looking between 9 months and a year from flowering all the way through to harvesting. They're all self-fertile as well, so you don't need to worry about pollinators. Just one final thing to say about them: when you get them home in the box, do not stick your hand straight into the top of the box
they're spiky.
and grab them. They're very thorny and spiny, so remove the box and then lift the plants up by the pot and enjoy your own homegrown calamondins, limes or lemons.
Okay, so the details on the screen are for the lemon, 340105. It comes with the fruit on, $29.74 is your delivered price. The lime is up next. That's the one with fruit. That's the one that Adam's got his hands on at the moment. 300328, the item number there. £29.74 the delivered price. And then finally, we have got the gorgeous calamondin over on this side. The calamondin is a cross between a kumquat and
a mandarin. Yeah, and I've kind of learned a little bit something about those as well. They're very, very popular in parts of the world like the Philippines and Indonesia and Malaysia. And I think the Philippines, the juice from these is their 4th highest export, sent out all over the world. So they really, really are sort of world-renowned kind of plants. They've got quite a tart kind of flavour to them, but you can use them in other ways, in slightly different, how perhaps you would use oranges, for example.
Quick hello.
Hello.
Hi, Simon. Sending you love, my darling. Thank you so much for coming back. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Sorry to hear you've been away again, but it's always lovely to have your company. So thank you, and we send you love, of course. And Elaine, who's dropped in again. Hello, lovely. Nice to hear from you. And I believe Elaine has also sent some pictures, so we will have a little look at those too. Just nice to see everybody's name pop up. But obviously, Simon, Elaine, you've been here for a while, so special love going out to you two right now. Right, 340103 is the item number for the citrus calamondin. Just going to grab the rose standard one more time for you, which is our rose of the week at the moment. A beautiful standard rose. We've never done a standard rose as the rose of the week, so we're very pleased to have this, and it's just £16.99 your delivered price as a club member. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Look at that. I mean, it is literally a bouquet of beautiful red rose blooms on a stick, and it'll repeat flower. We'll do this 2 or 3 times in the season. So what you can do is each individual flower goes over, take that off, but then once the whole flower head is finished, just go down the stem to an outward facing leaf, prune off with a nice pair of sharp secateurs. New shoots will come through, and in no time at all it will flower for you all over again. Water it well, feed regularly, use our blooming fast. If you've ordered a composter, you're going to get that 100-gram sachet with it as well, and it will come back year after year for you.
All right, 780357 is the item number if you would like to go for the red rose, the patio mini standard there on the 40 centimetre stem and in the 4 litre pot. £16.99 is your delivered price. Right, coming up in a little while, we have got the beautiful Asa Taylor. I'm very, very excited about the Asa Taylor. Should we go and have a little look at it on the nursery with our Sean Ryan?
Yeah. Well, I've just come into this wonderful part of the nursery, full of acers, actually, and gorgeous ferns. But the acer to me that stands out the most is this one here. I mean, that has to be one of the most beautiful coloured acers that we've ever seen. I think it's the most beautiful. It's called Palmatum Taylor. And what I love are all the different colours on the foliage. So when the leaves first emerge, they're this beautiful pink, absolutely gorgeous. And then as they age, they go more green. But what is interesting, some of the leaves have even got 3 colours in there at least. So creams and greens and different shades of pink. They're just beautiful. And acers are very easy to grow. They're just like a sheltered position. They hate strong winds. And I think you can see looking at the foliage, it is delicate. So just keep them away from strong winds and actually keep them away from really strong direct sunlight. That can actually burn the leaves. That's kind of strong wind. So as long as you get a nice sheltered corner, free from winds, I'd say part shade, dappled is absolutely ideal. And they really create a wonderful tranquility and calmness in a garden. Quite often acers are used with water features and Buddhas and things like that. And they do look very nice when grouped together in pots. And I wish I'd planted this. I've got several acers in my garden. I do need this one, definitely, because it is one of the most beautiful. Now, this is one that we've got on the show today. Really good sized pots. This one is the 3 litre pot. We did have this one last week, which is a 13 centimetres. So I just wanted to show you really the difference in terms of size. I mean, we've got different sizes for all budgets here at YouGarden, but do bear in mind, acers are quite slow growing. So this will take several years to get to its full size, which could be about 1.5 meters, maybe a little bit more. But if you do buy the bigger one, then already you've got so much growth on here. That is so pretty, isn't it? So yes, I have to say, I think you are the prettiest acer in the nursery right now. I know you shouldn't have favourites, but you are definitely the prettiest.
Now, that was filmed just a little while ago. The acers are actually bigger than that now. You know, very much like you're seeing there. So yeah, just to let you know, they look beautiful, but they are a little bit bigger than was on that video that you were seeing with our lovely Sean. 510524, the item number, if you would like to go for the Acer Taylor. Something else that's very, very beautiful is that.
I have been waiting for the last flipping week
Look
for that
at
bud
that.
to open up. Look at it. And I'll tell you, it has been so worth the wait because, as you know, Bex, the incredible thing about this particular rose, this Raspberry Ripple, is that not one single flower is identical in the way that the colour's distributed. And
I love them.
isn't that magnificent? I mean,
I really love them. They're not the most scented. It's a very delicate scent, but I've said this many times. What it lacks in scent, it makes up for in the beauty.
I've got one on the way to me as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I couldn't resist it. I keep seeing it here, and I keep thinking, I
How
need
many
to have
roses
one.
have you got now?
Oh, about 45, something like that. Yeah, loads. I'm addicted to roses. I never used to like roses years ago until I started working for YouGarden.
And that's it.
And then that was it. I keep seeing them up close, and it's like,
I'm on that one.
Actually, I do like roses. And this one is adorable. Now, it's got something called a jumping gene. So basically, this gene can't decide how to distribute the pigment for the flower colour. So every single flower is different. Some might be, well, in fact, we saw a picture, one of you sent in to us the other day, where a flower was almost 50% white and 50% red.
Yeah.
Others could be striped, they can be speckled, they can be blotched. It's a floribunda type rose as well, which is even more exciting because when you get these cluster flower, even in those cluster of flowers on the same stem, every flower will be different and individual, which is quite mind-blowing because you think about, like, I don't know, iceberg or blue moon, don't you, exactly how the flower's going to look before the bud opens. But this, you get that beautiful, beautiful surprise. And as the petals open right up, you can see the lovely stamens in the middle there. It'll repeat flower for you, which is good. So you're not just going to get one lot of flower. You deadhead, more flowers will come. It'll probably repeat flower about 3 times. What it'll do, Bex?
Repeat flower?
Yeah, repeat flower.
About 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times. Only gets to about 1 metre tall, which is great because you can grow it in a pot or a container. I would suggest, if you can stretch to it though, go for no less than 35 litres. 50 is really, really preferable.
Ideally.
Yeah, it's tough, it's hardy, it'll come back for you year after year after year. Just make sure, as we always say, I know we probably bore some of you to death saying this, but just make sure the little knuckly bit or the union at the base is at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. Yours may come with buds, it may not, but I'd be very surprised if you didn't get the odd flush of flower this year. But obviously come next year and the year after and many years to come, you are going to get these magnificent, unique, different, unusual flowers. I love them. For many months of the summer heading into autumn.
Now, we have retained a Rose of the Week price on that one. For £16.99 is your delivered price. That would be what we would class as a Rose of the Week price. So 780283, the item number, if you do want to get hold of the Rose Raspberry Ripple. It's visually an absolute stunner and very easy to look after. Let's move on, shall we? Because we have got some strawberries for you still available. 6 9-centimetre pots available for you here. Remember, they are perennial, so these are going to fruit for you next year, right?
They are perennial. In fact, these might
even fruit this year.
Yeah, it might even fruit this year. I mean, some of these have already got flower buds on. But the good thing about these particular ones is they're called Candy Cascade, these ones, and they are one of your ever-bearer type strawberries. So rather than just 1 month of fruit, these can fruit on and off over 3 to 4 months, and they will produce runners that you can root and make extra plants from. Just
bye, Simon. See you on Sunday. Be Sean here with you on Sunday. See you later. 6 of the 9-centimetre pots there, saving £15 on the price. 300324, £12.70 is the price if you would like to go for those. Next up, We've got the beautiful Formium. I love Formium. Here's one we're going to debate as well. I like the flowers on Formium. I said this earlier because we were doing another show earlier on. I was talking about Formium. I was like, this would be exactly the plant that Adam would cut the flowers off.
Yeah, where's my secateurs?
No.
Yeah, I'd be reaching for the secateurs.
Right.
But, I mean, they are dramatic with the foliage. I mean, really, really incredible dark foliage and another amazing plant for drought conditions. These originate from places like New Zealand, that part of the world. That's where they come from. They grow on coastal areas in New Zealand in really sandy, super dry soil. They're brilliant for windy situations. They can cope with drought. They can cope with high UV, lots of sunshine, beds and borders, pots and containers. This can get to about 1 metre tall, this particular one, and give them a bit of space. Don't shoehorn these in with other plants. Try and plant them somewhere where you can adore them 360 degrees all the way round. And of course, with some imagination and some good companion planting, you can get those incredible colour contrasts, because you can plant plants under this that have got very different coloured foliage. You could go for the red barren grass, for example. That would be quite a nice contrast with this. You could grow for blue festuca grass. 3 beautiful plants here. I'm going to whip one out of the pot, but I know for a fact it'll have an incredible root system, because they always do. Yeah, look at that. I knew it. And it's quite dry as well, this pot. But you know what? They don't mind being on the dry side. And most winters, these get through very, very easily. And they do make superb plants for pots and containers.
It's good to put them in a bit more of a sheltered spot, though. Although they can cope with a bit of wind, actually, can't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, say where they grow naturally, they are like a coastal plant. So yeah, they can take quite a windy spot, and they will. After a couple of years, they send up this thumping great big stem,
which is beautiful, and you should leave it on the plant.
And you get these red bird of paradise type flowers.
Yeah, why would you cut those off?
And like they say sometimes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Why would you cut those off?
Because, you know, different people like different things. I mean, you know, some people eat the fat on their bacon, don't they? Some people trim
I love it.
Some people trim the fat off their bacon, don't they? Some people eat the mushroom stalk. Some people don't eat the top bit.
I eat all of it.
Yeah, it's just the way we are, isn't it? We're all wired a bit different.
I think you're weird. 511518.
I think I'm weird.
511518 is the item number if you'd like to go for the Formium Black Velvet. 3 9cm pots, £18.67 the price.
It's only 4 plants I take the flowers off of.
Only 4 that we've found out about so far. Next up, we've got the red hot pokers for you. Do you cut the flowers off them?
No, don't be ridiculous. Of course I wouldn't, because these flowers are gorgeous. In fact, there's one here that's just sort of going over.
Yeah, we need to trim that off, don't we?
Yeah, that's past its best. But
all right, I'll let you have your secateurs for that one.
I think they're over. I think they're over. I think they're over yonder on the compost, or just down to the side somewhere.
I'll find them. You tell them about the plant.
But yeah, so the great thing about red hot pokers is they are what we call a perennial plant. Actually, I'll put them in the pot. They're in one of those pots under there, that's what I just remembered.
Adam.
They are a perennial plant, but the good thing about them is they don't die down completely in winter. They will keep this lovely sort of grassy foliage, which is good, grassy looking foliage. And then you get these incredible flower spikes. They will flower for you over a couple of months. Just keep taking the old flower spikes off. That'll encourage new ones to come through. In fact, point of fact...
A few people say mine flowered and then they didn't flower again, but I think it's because they're not deadheading. They're not removing the flowers.
So go on, Bex, do your deadheady thing. So let me get my finger out of the way first. So we can take that one off at the base like that. And you can see here, look, there's another one. Just, there we go, coming up in the middle there. So keep taking the old ones off.
Yeah. New
ones will come through for you. They don't do it all summer long, but certainly for the first part of the summer, they're like a really sunny, well-drained spot. And they are very, very hardy. So they'll take all the frost and stuff during the winter time. Now, do not remove the foliage in the autumn. Because I've seen people cut these right down and then they just die. You lose them. Wait until spring. Now, come the spring, the foliage will look a bit dog-eared around the edges. At that point, just trim off the winter-battered leaves. Leave all the middle ones. These will spread. They'll form beautiful colonies. They'll flower for weeks, even a couple of months, and they will bring in loads and loads of pollinators. And once established, you'll have them for donkey's years, and they need minimum to 0 input other than deadheading.
560-999, the item number there. You're going to get the 3 9cm pots, saving £15, and you'll get them delivered for £12.72 if you're a club member. You got to use the code if you want the savings and the free postage, YGTV 2926. You go to our website, YouGarden.com, and you'll add stuff into your basket. Then you'll go to view your basket, and there's a little box that says, do you have an offer code? That's where you enter the code YGTV 2926 to get all of those fantastic savings. Now then, we're going to go on to the wisteria on the end of the table there. This is the one in the 15cm pot. It needs to be planted, doesn't it?
It does.
It wants to be planted, and I would like you to get this and plant it now, so that you get some decent growth on it before it goes dormant and drops its leaves for winter. And that means you'll have an amazing flowering from it next year.
That's the great thing. Get things established, get them in the ground now. And by the way, these actually like lots of sunshine, wisteria.
They do.
So they're quite happy with a sunny spot. And then May time, they'll be covered in bees and butterflies and pollinating insects. And it's always our joy to walk through these in the spring. You know, Bex and I have made videos walking through these, so has Sean. And when we actually sort of squat down to do videos next to these, the fragrance of the flowers is beautiful. Really, really sweet. Flowers are about 4 to 5 inches long. But the great thing about Wisteria Amethyst Falls, there's just one major thing that sets it aside from its sort of cousins and other relatives, is that it doesn't go bonkers, this one. You know, if you've got one of the traditional sinensis type of wisterias, you could be chopping that back 4 or 5 times a year, and they grow like triffids. This one, 4 to 5 metres max, and it will get there slowly, gradually, respectfully, easy to maintain. In fact, the lovely lady standing right next to me now has grown one of these on an obelisk and even in a tower pot, and had absolutely brilliant results.
I have indeed. Big fan. Wisteria Amethyst Falls. 550238 is the item number, and you can double up on those if you want to. Brilliant to double up if you're going up and over the top of a pergola or an archway. You need one on either side. So that's where the double up really works for you. And it's only £10, which is £8.50 if you're a club member, because you still get your 15% discount. 550238. Get yourself some wisteria. Let's remind you of some things that we have already seen in the show so far. The Little Miss Figgy we've got for you, which is a beautiful compact fig plant for you. Stays nice and compact, only growing to between 1.2 to 1.8 metres. So much more compact for smaller garden spaces. Great for container grown because they love to have restricted roots. 340117 is the item number if you want Little Miss Figgy. £15.29 is the price delivered. Use your code, please. We've got the grapes for you, and now it is the twin pack where you will get the red grape and the white grape included in here. The vines are very vigorous climbing plants, reaching a good 3 metres in height, so perfect for covering up structures or walls. And yes, you can grow grapes in the UK. It is totally possible. Winter hardy plants, dead easy to look after, and they give a bit of a, I think it's, a bit tropical, but really simple and easy to grow in the UK. 340039, the item number. You will get both of those in there. Now, we've also got the pomegranate for you, but this is we're going to say it's an ornamental pomegranate. You're not really going to be enjoying the fruits that come off those, but very unusual, interesting plant. Bright orange, waxy coloured flowers you get on there, or waxy textured flowers that you get that will then ripen into those ornamental pomegranates. It can get much bigger. It can get up to probably about 80 centimetres, maybe even a little bit taller than that. A very beautiful bushy plant, could be grown in pots and containers, could be a great conservatory plant for you as well. 680066, the item number on that one. And we do have a double up deal available there as well, by the way. There's some big pomegranates grown on those. Next up, we have got the the Raspberry Ripple Rose. It's been a runaway success. This, the oranges and lemons, and the Abracadabra, which are all part of this bi-coloured rose story. These have been really, really popular this year. And this is the potted version in the 4-litre pot, saving £5 on there, down at £16.99, which is a Rose of the Week price. It's not the Rose of the Week, but it is a Rose of the Week price. 780283, the item number on that one, if you would like to go for it. Right, so Rose of the Week price is absolutely amazing on those, by the way. Please make sure you're using your code YGTV2926. That's how you're going to get all of your savings. That's also how you get your free postage on there as well. Now, in front of me here, we've got our amazing pricing structure here. So you've got 9cm pots. None of these are more than £10 as a club member. £8.49 is your price as a club member. So we have got the Viburnum opulus roseum on this end here, the snowball tree. That little plant there, I say little, that's an amazing size for a 9cm pot. That can grow to 2-3 metres height, 2-3 metres spread. Obviously, it just needs to mature and establish. And then in springtime, it gets covered, sort of mid to late spring, isn't it? Gets covered in those beautiful snowball flowers. Dead easy, very hardy. 510706, the item number. We've got the Buddleia Sun Gold here, a really unusual Buddleia with the clusters of the ball-shaped yellow flowers rather than the elongated panicles of flowers that you might expect from other Buddleia. Still going to bring all the pollinators into the garden, still get to a couple of metres, decent size on here, and we'll have a gorgeous fragrance. Totally hardy, just needs a sunny spot. 510031, the item number. £8.49 is your discount club price. The Salvia Cherry Lips, which has the fabulously fragrant foliage. One of my favourite things about this plant is that wonderful fragrance that you get from the foliage there. Gets topped with the cherry lips, the cherry-coloured flowers. They're not massive, but you get loads and loads of them. Very tough, very resilient, very hardy, and very low maintenance. You can prune it just once a year, probably late winter, early spring, just to give it a nice shape. Ultimately, it could reach probably about 90 centimetres in height and spread by that much, but you can keep it a bit more compact and you can container grow as well. We've got the rosemary here. Now, everybody should have a little bit of rosemary in their garden because most of us will use it at some point in our cooking. When you're doing a roast dinner, you're going to put a bit of rosemary in there. I haven't bought rosemary from a supermarket for years now because I've got a beautiful rosemary bush in my garden. I love being able to go out there and just grab a bit of rosemary as and when I need it. But also, this is a very, very beautiful plant. It's evergreen. You get the wonderful lilac-y coloured flowers on there. The pollinators absolutely adore it. And if you're looking at a few more drought-tolerant plants for your garden, because you know what, the summers are getting hotter, this could be a really good addition because of its drought tolerance and heat tolerance. And finally on the table, we've got the Fatsia japonica. This is the green one. I mean, we do variegated ones, but this is the proper glossy leaf green Fatsia that we've got for you. Can get huge if you want it to. 2-3 metres height spread. Great for shady corners. Clay soil tolerant, though I'm always going to encourage you to improve the texture of clay soil. So it's a problem solver. It produces flowers from October through December, roughly around those times. And the flowers are really good for pollinators. So when a lot of food sources have gone for them, this is going to produce them. Gives a bit of a tropical look to the garden and is totally hardy as well. 511548 is the item number if you want to go for the Fatsia japonica. And for any of those items that I've just shown you, you need some compost. We have got the Premium Professional Compost combo pack. We've got the 110 litres and you're going to get the 100 grams of the soluble fertiliser in there as well. This is going to be used for the majority of things that you're planting in your garden and it's going to make the biggest difference. Why use cheap, nasty compost when you can use the best and get the best results? Check out the reviews on it, please, because it is absolutely amazing and I know most of you are converted and you absolutely love this. But if you are brand new to us and you've never used it before, please check the reviews or just jump into the chat and say, is this compost any good? And I'm sure our regulars will let you know how good they believe it is. Prepare for a barrage of positive responses. All right, we're going to just show you the Asa Taylor quickly here because this is an absolutely beautiful one. I'm so pleased to have added this to my collection. I think it looks beautiful all the way through from when it brings its leaves out in spring to when it drops them in autumn, but it's when they first come out with the leaves and they are a beautiful pink colour, that's when you're going to realise how gorgeous this is. Yeah, I mean, every time I see these on the nursery when they first come out, it's a sight to behold. The pink of the leaves is phenomenal. That lasts for about a week to a couple of weeks, and then you get these other beautiful colours coming. You get the creams, you get the greens, even the stems are colourful as well. Some of these stems are a red colour, some are a lovely green colour. And look at the habit of, if I just pop it back down again for you there, you can see that lovely sort of arching habit it has to it. And it'll get to about a couple of metres tall eventually.
And this is what you call a proper Ace of Becks, isn't it?
I do. It's got the dissected leaves. I mean, look, I love the other types as well, but I love those dissected leaves. I think there's something very attractive about them.
And despite the fact these leaves look quite delicate, the plant itself is incredibly hardy. So during the winter time, minus temperatures, not a problem. Snow, frost, all those kind of things, not an issue for this. In its sort of permanent position, what it really likes is a moisture retentive soil, dappled shade, and try and avoid a windy situation. You could put it in a ground, or you could put it in a pot or a container. If you ever want to prune it, just kind of do that sort of very, very lightly in the winter time. But other than that, just, let it be, really. It doesn't really need sort of pruning or shaping. And it will just bring a really elegant feel to the garden. And it looks great growing with things like hostas, ferns, corydallis, all those other sort of shade or dappled shade loving plants planted underneath.
It's one of my faves, genuinely. 510524, the item number, saving £10 on there, down at £25.49. Use your code, otherwise you will pay the higher price. The code you need is YGTV2926, and it does come pink, honestly, or at least the leaves start out pink. When they first open up in springtime, you get an amazing display of the pink leaves. Then they start turning into the colours that you're seeing in front of us now, which is the greens and the creams and the variegation. And then it gives a little blaze of colour just before it drops its leaves in autumn. And this is one thing I love about Aces, is that you go on that wonderful journey and watch those colours change from, leaf break to leaf drop.
Yeah, even now there's lots of pink on the leaves, even sort of heading into mid-July.
It kind of brings out new leaves throughout. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's a stunner.
It's beautiful.
510524 is the item number if you would like to go for that one. Now, here is another wonderful herb plant for your garden, actually, which is the bay tree. This is another thing I haven't bought from the supermarket for ages. I have not bought bay leaves from the supermarket for years now, because I've got a beautiful bay tree in my garden.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love that fragrance.
I've got a really rumbly tummy at the moment because it's coming up to lunchtime. Yeah, and it does remind you of really sort of stunning kind of Italian cuisine. It's a lovely, lovely plant. And obviously, you can use it in cooking. But bay is a very high-end kind of plant. I don't know if you're lucky enough to visit some of those very high-end posh restaurants in London, quite often you'll see like one of these in like a Versailles planter. As a standard, it's all beautifully kind of pruned and shaped into a ball shape. They are very, very elegant. They're different. They're unusual. They keep these evergreen leaves all the year through. Very drought tolerant once established. And this is what they can grow into. Now, the actual trunk won't get any taller. It'll thicken out as time goes by. All the growth happens on top.
Yeah.
If you do prune them on top, though, I always recommend taking a little bit more time and doing it with a pair of secateurs.
Yeah, rather than shears. Because you end up cutting into the leaves, don't you?
And it looks really sad with all these half chopped through leaves. So if you can basically sort of tip the plant, tip the plant, so just take the tips of each of the stems off equally all the way over. That way it'll keep that lovely rounded shape, but you're not going to end up with loads and loads of horrible sort of chopped in half leaves. It loves a sunny spot. It is very drought tolerant once established. It will look gorgeous like this all the year through, and it will bring elegance. It will bring beautiful flavours to your cuisine and your cooking, your Italian cooking or whatever you're into. And I have forgot to mention, they even flower as well. They have these lovely sort of yellowy cream flowers. They're not big, but there's certainly a lot of them, and the bees and the pollinators adore them as well.
Okay, so that's the standard bay tree, 680234, the item number, £29.74 is the delivered price on there. If you can stretch to it and go for a pair either side, that would look really elegant, really beautifully elegant. And of course, you could underplant around them as well if you want to. YGTV 2926 is the code. Remember to get that saving that you want there. Enter that when you get to checkout. Right, that was your standard bay tree. What are we doing, Stu? Are we going on to the rose? No, we're going to emails. Sorry. Good, I'm glad. Because we've got a few more to show you. Right, Dave. Hello, Dave. He says, 2 ginger plants got from you when YouGarden started. Still no flowers. Do you have any idea where I'm going wrong? Thanks, Dave. Is he talking about the hedychium, the ginger lily?
Hedychium.
It takes a bit of time, doesn't it, for them to flower?
Yeah, that's where I got mine from, the previous place we used to be on. What they want, they need a full-on sunny position. very sheltered, moisture retentive soil. That's where they'll flower.
They do not want to dry out, do
no,
they?
They don't want to dry out, but they love lots and lots of sun. So just kind of do that. You're probably going to miss out on flowers this year if they're still looking a bit small, but if you get them in that lovely sort of peak spot, hopefully from next year they'll flower for you.
Are these the Hedekium behind the verbena, or am I making things up?
Yeah, you see, I think the trouble there is that they're sort of competing a little bit with all the verbena and other things. So, get them right out in that big sunny spot, and don't overly feed them either. If you give them tons and tons of feed, then sometimes they can be a little bit kind of lots and lots of growth, but not many flowers.
Well, here's another few pictures from Dave, though. Beautiful sky. I'm assuming they're skyscraper lilies because of the height of them. Looking absolutely stunning and gorgeous fragrance there. Stu, are you with us? Nearly. It's all right, my lovely. There you go. There are the gorgeous skyscraper lilies. I can see a lovely canna lily down there, which I do believe is on the next picture that I'll show you as well.
I got that canna lily.
I got that.
I got that.
There it is, yes. Beautiful.
I got that from
Look
YouGarden.
at that.
Lovely, isn't it? I love the contrast with those dark coloured leaves.
Is it the canna cano? I can never remember the names.
No, I can't remember the name of that one, but and it flowers for weeks.
It does.
Beautiful plant. Impressive.
Right, Dingo. Hi, Bex and Adam. Not everything goes right when gardening.
No.
No, you're absolutely right there.
You're not wrong there.
One of the potted gunnerers got top heavy and timber. Over it went. Cheers, Dingo. Oh, mate.
Oh, goodness me.
Timber! And those are big as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, gunnerers are so impressive. I hope all the turtles were fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all piled up by the glass. They got out of the way.
Take shelter in the corner.
Does that mean you've had to get back in the pond, Dingo? You've had to get your waders back on and get back in there.
Weight it down a bit or kind of lasso it back.
Dave, I sent some more pictures. Rosemary and figs from you. Oh, look at that. Beautiful rosemary. Yeah, that's looking good.
Looking really happy in it, that one.
Get yourself a roast dinner on. I really need to cook a chicken.
Oh, I'll stop talking about
Okay,
chicken.
I just heard your tummy rumble.
I've got chicken for lunch, actually. I've got a chicken salad, so I'm looking forward to
I just
that.
heard a proper rumble come from Adam's belly.
I'm always
he was
paranoid that's
talking
going to
then.
get picked up on the microphone, that rumbling tummy.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, no, I've got this one. This is a clethra or pepper bush.
Ah, Clethra alnifolia.
Yeah.
This actually does quite well in a shady spot.
Mine is kind of in sort of dappled shade.
You're right.
Yeah, and mine's not out yet. The flower spikes are just appearing. First time I've ever grown it. Got it from YouGarden earlier this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, pepper bush it's called. A bit different, a bit unusual.
Oh, and the figs, nice. Oh, and look at that big juicy fig growing.
Looking good, isn't it?
That is a big juicy fig.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah. That's looking good. That looks like a proper big fig.
Loads more on the top there as well, developing up there.
Yeah, there are.
Kind of baby ones growing on.
Nice, Dave. Well done. And Elaine, hello, my lovely. She says, "You're my everything." Thanks. You're my everything too.
Not
no, it's
you.
the rose.
The rose.
It's You're My Everything and the Eryngium.
That Eryngium, that's definitely not Blue Hobbit, is it?
Well, she says it's Blue Hobbit, but
Really?
I don't think it can be because that's massive. I think it might be the bigger Eryngium. Who cares? It looks amazing.
It does. And talk about blue. Wow, that's looking good.
Elaine, your garden is looking fabulous, my love.
What a rose. No, I mean, look at the colours on that.
Just zoom into that.
That is luscious.
That's pretty, isn't
It's
it?
dead pretty. Yeah, really,
Dead pretty,
really
Elaine.
nice.
There you go. That's from an award-winning gardener. That is a singing compliment.
Yeah, well,
Dead
yeah, because
pretty.
I mean, the pictures you've sent in today of all the gardens. I mean, how could you not be impressed?
Yeah, absolutely.
With what people are growing. You don't have to be a professional gardener to get a professional result. All
No.
you've got to be is just passionate. If you've
Definitely.
got passion and interest, the rest just sort of falls into place, really.
Right, we're taking you back into our citrus. So we've got 3 citrus plants for you. All of them are guaranteed to come with some fruit. So we have got a lime, we have got a calamondin, and we have got a lemon. Apparently the lime is the most popular at the moment, but the care for your citrus plants is the same. So we're going to talk citrus plants in general, and then we'll run you through the details of each one.
Yeah, so first thing to say is if you ever want to pop these on, get yourself some ericaceous compost. That's available on the website if you want to go for that, because they're acid-loving plants or lime haters. Other thing to say about them as well, they're all evergreen, so they'll keep these beautiful leaves all the year through. If you ever want to prune them, do it February time. Just take out any branches that are rubbing, crisscrossing or damaged. They love being outside spring, mid-spring, all the way through summer into mid-autumn. In some milder parts of the country, beware of exceptional cold temperatures kicking in, but in other milder parts of the country, they can live outside all the year through. If you're in a colder area, you can think about bringing them in during the coldest months of the year, but they don't need mollycoddling. So a cool room, a cool conservatory, a lean-to, somewhere like that, even if it only goes down to 0 at night, that'll be fine. Lots and lots of light though. Reduce the watering down if you bring them indoors. Basically, let them dry out between waterings, water them sparingly, let them dry out again. Year on year, they will get bigger and bigger. Feed them well. Get yourself some citrus feed. They are hungry feeding plants, these. If the leaves start to turn a bit yellow and go a bit pale, they're getting something called chlorosis. And if you use a citrus feed, that will correct that for you. You always want to keep the leaves deep, shiny and glossy. Fruits take anything from 9 months to a year to fully ripen, and you'll know when they're flowering. Even if you're blindfolded, because the fragrance on the flowers is just absolutely exquisite.
Yeah.
Really, really full on, beautiful, sweet fragrance. They're all self-fertile as well, but you can go from flower to flower if you want to. And that, in a nutshell, is pretty much how you look after them. But the final thing I'll say before Bex gives you the details of these is these aren't gimmick plants. They're not novelty plants.
No.
They will all produce full-size edible fruit like you can buy in the supermarket.
Right, and I just want to point out, because it looks like we've had this question a couple of times. Look, what is that on the leaves? Is it some kind of disease? No, it's a lime deposit. We have hard water in this area, so honestly, there is nothing wrong with them. That just washes off. Okay, just want to point that out because I saw that when he did the close-up. Right, 340103 is the item number of the citrus calamondin. £29.74 is the delivered price for the calamondin, £29.74. And that, by the way, that is really heavy. Honestly, they use
Sicilian volcanic soil, isn't it?
Mud they use in there. It's good stuff, but it's heavy. Lemon tree for you. Here's the details for the lemon tree, which will come to you with fruits on. It's in a 22 centimetre pot, £15 saving, £29.74. Stu just said in my ear, can you point out the fruits for me? I can't see them. And I just went to do it. Can you see the fruits?
No. Where are they?
Yeah.
Look in between the foliage, Bex. They might be in the middle.
Look at them. Beautiful sized fruits that you're going to get on there. Well, actually, I can't guarantee the size of the fruits. All we guarantee is that it'll come with some fruit. And there you've got the lime on the other end there next to Adam, which is the most popular. Do you know what I think? We haven't featured the lime very often, so that's potentially why the lime is the most popular.
If I could just ask, your favourite kind of alcoholic drink? Like, if somebody said to you, "Madam, would you like a slice of lemon in it or a slice of lime?" Would you have a preference?
A slice of lime.
You go for a slice of lime?
It'd be the lime.
Yeah, I like a slice of lime with Bacardi and Coke.
Do you?
Yeah,
right.
That's nice. But gin and tonic always has to be lemon for me.
I like a wedge in the top of the bottle.
Oh.
Like,
because you get those.
You swig it through.
I like your style.
Because I'm a classy bird, me. Right, 300328, the item number if you want to go for the citrus lime. Right, we're going to go over here now because we do need to talk about some compost. Now, if you are planting your citrus, as Adam said, you do need ericaceous compost. But for pretty much everything else that we've talked to you about today, this is going to be the compost that you're going to need to use. 110 litres plus... You're going to get a 100-gram sachet of the best plant feed you'll ever use as well. There's 20 watering cans worth in there. The Blooming Fast Superior Plant Food.
Yeah, and I've kind of nicknamed that like a premium professional fertiliser because it does have the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen for the green part of the plant, phosphorus for the root system, potash to produce flowers, and then obviously fruit and vegetables. And that is sort of the basic ingredients that you can get in a lot of basic fertilisers. But we've gone a lot further than that because we've added lots of trace elements, things like molybdenum, boron, zinc, copper. We need those as human beings to survive. Your plants need them to thrive as well. So this goes above and beyond. It's what I describe as a fully comprehensive feed that's going to come with the compost. You dissolve a teaspoon in 5 litres of water. And, you know, sometimes you go to walk off the watering can, you think, Did I put the feed in at the start or didn't I? You'll know because it turns the water like
It
a
does.
soft pink colour.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
know you've already put some in, and you can water directly onto the roots, or you can use this as a foliar feed, which means once the sun's gone off the plant, you can water it over the foliage and the plant will absorb the feed through the leaves as well. But you don't need to use this straight away on the compost because the compost itself does already have a fertiliser in it that will break down and feed your plant for up to 6 months. But critically, it's got two other things that are very, very important right now in this hot, dry weather. First thing is it's got a sort of a high content of peat in this, well, about 50%. And peat is super, super absorbent. It sucks in the moisture and holds onto it really, really well. And also there's a wetting agent. Now, those cheap composts, when they dry out, they are a swine, aren't they, to kind of wet. The water just cascades off. This, even when it looks like a light colour on top, you go over with a watering can and it sucks it straight in, which is brilliant. And because it's got that composted wood fibre as well, which makes up the remaining bulk of the compost, it's really light and airy. So it's great for seeds to germinate, plug plants, cuttings, house plants, right across the board. And this has been a real lifesaver for plants in my garden. I'm lucky. I've got lovely sandy soil, drains beautifully in the winter, but it has been a nightmare trying to keep that soil hydrated at the moment. I use loads and loads and loads of this on top of the soil in my garden, dig it in as well, and it turns that sandy soil that drains and dries out endlessly into a soil that actually holds on to the moisture a lot more easily than if you haven't actually dug the compost in. So you'll find lots and lots of uses for this. And if you're new to us today, if you just joined us, welcome, thanks for joining us. Don't just take my word for it. Ask all our lovely friends that are watching us right now. They'll tell you how brilliant this is. It comes delivered to you in cardboard boxes, 86% recycled, 100% recyclable, in these beautiful white bags. And as Stu, our producer, always says, the value is in the bag, not on the bag. We don't need to put all gobbledygook on the bags and waste ink and all that kind of stuff. And it's packed and processed right here in the UK for you.
100208 is the item number if you need to stock up on your compost. Always make sure that you place your order for your compost before you run out of your last lot. Honestly, I've made that mistake myself. When I get down to my last 2 bags, that's when I place my next order. It's very important. You never want to run out.
You also need to do the thing that company does with the big river, the South American river. You can do a repeat order thing.
Absolutely.
You just get auto sent out to you once a month. Yeah, compost subscription, Stu. That's what we need, like you say, yeah.
It's a £23.79 delivered price on there as well, by the way. Great to get these bags delivered direct to your door. Now, another way of being able to retain moisture in the ground at the moment is to use a fantastic mulch. Any mulch can do that for you, but not every mulch can do what this one will do.
Yeah, and this is like multifaceted. Even anecdotally, we've discovered it keeps cats off the garden and stops them pooing. They don't seem to like...
I know, so many people... I mean, a couple of people have said their cats like sleeping on it, but then loads of people have come in and said it's actually stopped the cats from coming and pooing in my garden.
Yeah, well, at home, we had a problem with cat poo, and we didn't put it down for that reason. We just put it down to deter the slugs and snails, and we just noticed the area we put it down, the cats stopped doing their doo-doos. Yeah. But, I mean, it's made in the UK. It's an organic product. It's non-toxic. It was developed at Leeds University. It's patented. The main thing we say about it is it's brilliant for deterring slugs and snails, but it doesn't poison or kill them, so they're still there to feed the hedgehogs and the thrushes and the birds. Basically, slugs and snails come along, they decide they want to crawl over this, and they just don't like it. They turn tail and go off elsewhere. But you can see here, protecting those lupins that are coming through, delphiniums. If you've got heavy clay soil, you can walk on this between your plants without all the clay soil sticking to your boots. In wintertime, stops the soil being washed away by heavy rain. But this time of year, absolutely superb for holding the moisture in the ground as well. Stops the weeds developing. As it breaks down, it adds loads of goodies to the soil as well. It even stimulates worm activity. And there's even more, which you can read on the bag. It really, really is like a tick, 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 tick product.
He don't stop, does he?
And it's delivered to you in 2 9-kilogram bags, and each bag will cover an area of about 3 square metres.
You done?
Not yet, but I could say more, but I won't. I'm tired of my own voice now talking about this.
There is so much to say about Strolch. Honestly, it's fantastic. A year-round product. 2 of those bags delivered direct to your door as well. 100149, the item number. £27.17 delivered price, by the way. If you're doing your research and you're comparing prices, just check the postage in other places, okay? Just going to say that to you. They can charge you £7 or £8 postage. Right, let's give you a quick reminder of a couple of the plants, then we'll talk to you about some more of them. Starting off with the grapes. I knew these would be popular. We've got the grapevines available for you. You've got the 2 2-litre pots. You get the red grapevine and you'll get the white grapevine included in there as well. Saving £25. That is a big saving on that one. So make sure you use your code. It's 2123. You'll get both grapevines. They're vigorous climbers. They're winter hardy. And yes, you can grow grapes in the UK. It is entirely possible. Think about the summer we're having. It's nice and warm, isn't it? Grapes will grow. 340039, the item number. The double Ellens, it's definitely not too soon to be planting your hellebores. You can double up on these ones as well. So 10 of the plug plants or 20 if you choose to put 2 lots into your basket. Get them planted now. And what they will do is get their roots in and get established. And that means you will be more likely to get a really good display of flowers this coming winter, normally flowering between January, February and March, and they can live for ages. They will create a beautiful carpet of colour in those shady spots in the garden. 480964, your item number. Asa Taylor, look at that. It's so pretty when the leaves first open up. Pink coloured foliage that then goes through to the greens and the creams and the variegation, and you'll get all 3 colours on the plant at the same time. Finely dissected leaves, which is my favourite kind of Acer, a proper Acer, as I say. Totally winter hardy, just needs to be in a shady spot and out of strong sun. That's it. Easy, easy peasy. 510524, the item number, and it's £25.49 with that £10 saving on there as well. I obviously wore my top in honour of the Asa Taylor today. Right, just a few minutes left on the show today. We're gonna be finishing off with a couple of plants. This one is the beautiful Rose Raspberry Ripple. It's been very, very popular. That is a real rose. Honestly, it's a real rose. Have you seen those ones where people go, here's this amazing blue, and you're like, that's not real?
I've seen fake ones online. This is the real deal. And every single flower will be different. It will be unique. It's got a jumping gene, so that the gene cannot decide the distribution of colour on each flower. Some are blotched, some are striped, some are speckled, some are half red, some are half white. You can see there on that cluster, because it's a floribunda rose. So rather than what I call a Valentine rose, you get a single stem and 1 big flower, you get loads of beautiful flowers on 1 stem. It will repeat flower for you.
Will it repeat flower?
It will repeat flower for you 2 or 3 times throughout the season. Only gets to about 1 metre tall. Easy to grow in a pot or a container. Bury the union at the base or the knuckly bit at least 1 inch to 2 inches below soil level. Plant in a sunny spot. Water, feed, and just enjoy these incredible, unusual flowers. Every one of these flowers is like a snowflake, unique. There's no 2 that are ever going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, I think it'll draw attention, won't it? Like if you have visitors to your garden, people will go, they'll go to that one.
Mine's in shipment now. Can't wait. Looking forward to
excited.
it. Yep, that'll be in the garden by the end of the weekend.
780283 is the item number then for the Raspberry Ripple, £16.99. That's a Rose of the Week price. It's not our Rose of the Week, but it is a Rose of the Week price. This, however, is our Rose of the Week. The first time that we have done a Rose Standard as our Rose of the Week, and it is a stunning rose as well. It's a proper red, that.
Oh, goodness me. And that's what's really attractive about it, because sometimes rose colours can be a little bit kind of wishy-washy. But if you want a proper solid red, this really is solid red. In fact, it's in a beautiful butterfly plant here, but I'll just tilt it forward for you, just so you can see there like a little bird's eye view, if you like, of all those flowers. And they're on such gorgeous upright stems as well. This almost looks a little bit artificial because it is so perfect, the way the flowers are spread out, the thickness of the stems. You can deadhead this, you can get it to flower for you again a couple of more times throughout the season. The actual repeat flower. The actual stem itself will thicken out in time. The top, you just keep sort of compact, feed well, water well, and enjoy this for many, many years to come in that sunny spot. And this pot, this Peppino planter, the little butterfly planter there, that is probably big enough to sort of keep this going.
I'd say a few years.
Yeah, a few years, easily.
Quite happily. 780357 is the item number if you would like to go for that red rose patio standard, or if you would like to go for the planter, it is the Papilio. It's the terracotta coloured one. We have those available as well. Details coming up for you there. It's the 12-inch diameter, and there is a double up deal available on that one. I've actually got these, and I think they are really, really beautiful. Nice and sturdy planters. 130704. Right, so just going into the chat to see what we have missed. There isn't a huge amount. We've managed to keep up with those, but I would like to talk to Lisette. I bought 2. I'm still missing 1. I don't know which item that was about, Lisette, but if you have bought anything from us and you feel you're missing something, our customer service team is absolutely amazing. So you just need to get in touch with them. It's cs@yougarden.com. They will be able to check your order, and if there's anything missing, obviously they will sort out a replacement for you and get that one, get it out to you. But you didn't say which one it was you were missing. Sorry, you probably put that comment when we were talking about something in particular. People saying hi to Elaine. People now saying goodbye. Anthony, a previous comment. Oh, I've just answered that. Thank you, Anthony. Lisette had to email CS. They have replaced and deliver, but still haven't received. Oh, it's the wisteria. Okay, so you've emailed customer service. They've replaced and delivered, but you still haven't received. I physically can't do anything for you, Lisette. I wish I could, but I'm not part of the customer service team. So if we've sent a replacement and you still haven't received it, get back in touch with customer services. Honestly, they will sort it out for you. We've got a great team. Lovely Sal sent me an email, sent me a picture of a lovely email that customer services had sent to them as well. I'm really pleased to work for this company because they do, their best to look after our customers. We do try and take care of you all. So please get back in touch with them. I don't have access to those systems, so I can't do that one for you. Right, thank you so much for being here. We very much appreciate you, as always. Come back on Sunday, 11 o'clock. We will be live again on Sunday, okay? We'll see you all very soon. Big love from Adam, big love from me. If you're a TikToker, come and join him in an hour.
Take care, bye.